Atlantic League champion York Revolution is on Sports Radio 1350 WOYK.
Onto the track, it is gone! It's gone!
Revs Baseball on WOYK is brought to you by People's Bank, Wellspan Sports Medicine, Shipley Energy, Maple Donuts, Broadway Transmission, Flying Feet, Dasher Investment Services, York Mitsubishi, Kochman Kunkel Insurance Group, Heritage Lawn and Landscape Care, Rudders, Pennsylvania Lottery, Neighborhood Sure Save Markets, PSECU, Kona Ice, Smith, Mayer and Little, York County Bar Association, and by Downtown Inc.
Swinging a ground ball, rolled to short, Dead's got it, throws, it's over! And the York Revolution are 2017 Atlantic League champions!
Now with the call of today's game, here's the voice of the Atlantic League champion York Revolution, Daryl Henry.
Good afternoon, everyone, from People's Bank Park here in downtown York. Welcome to game number 60 of York Revolution Baseball. Today, the Sunday series finale as the Revs host the Somerset Patriots, looking for their first sweep this year of more than 2 games. They're trying to sweep the Patriots out of town in 4 here today. Hi again, everybody. Daryl Henry alongside Michael Mark Antonini. Welcome to Revs Baseball here on another scorcher in downtown York. It is a steamy Sunday afternoon here at the ballpark. Revs looking sharp, though, in the red, white, and blue PSECU sponsored jerseys, which will be auctioned off today. Proceeds benefiting Children's Miracle Network. And Michael, the Revs have looked sharp playing the games here lately. They've tied a season best with 4 straight wins. Today trying to make it 5 in a row and get that sweep, and they are among the hottest teams in the league right now.
Yeah, the Revs are doing a good job playing the baseball lately. Done a good job. But yeah, I mean, it's a great run they're on right now. 4 straight, a chance to go on a season-high 5-game winning streak with a dub today, and going behind Pat McCoy on the mound, you got to feel confident. Pat's been really solid this year. The record doesn't show it. He's only 1-3, but Pat's done a great job in that rotation coming from the bullpen. And the way this offense is clicking right now, you can really throw anyone in there. Even a couple of the guys that aren't normally in the starting lineup, Nick King and Roger Diaz, they both had big days yesterday. Diaz, 2 hits and an RBI, King a double and 2 RBI. So those guys are back in there. And then everybody else is really doing some good things to line up. Jared Mitchell's struggling a little bit, but he's really the only one of note that's in a rough patch at the plate right now.
Well, if the Revs are able to win today, they would have a better record than the Liberty Division's first-place team, which is Somerset, and the Patriots will be in first at the end of today still. They have a game-and-a-half lead, but they've dropped 4 in a row, 3 of those here in York. They're 31-27. Their lead is dwindling with 4 games remaining in their first half. New Britain is the closest competitor. They have 3 games left. The Revs, with 4 games to go in this first half, or I should say for Somerset, actually 5 games remaining in the half. New Britain 4. The Revs have 4 left, 3 after today. And Somerset 31-27. York is 31-28, having won 4 straight, including the day-night doubleheader sweep yesterday. And as Michael mentioned, today it's Pat McCoy getting the ball in the series finale, 1-3, but he's got a 3.06 ERA. Lefty Dwayne Belo 3-2 with a 3.04. He goes for the Patriots. It is a good matchup on the mound today for sure. And the Revs today wrapping up a long, roughly 3-week stretch on which they've played more games than calendar days. A couple of doubleheaders in there. Tomorrow their first off day basically in 3 weeks, and trying to head into that off day on a high note. We'll take a timeout here in the pregame. We'll have a couple of the highlights from yesterday's doubleheader sweep, and then get Mace's thoughts on the proceedings coming up shortly. First pitch today is set for 1 o'clock here in downtown York on Sports Radio 1350 WOYK.
Dale E. Anstein is a personal injury law firm that specializes in auto and motorcycle accidents, workers' compensation, and personal injury cases. Anstein has been proudly protecting the injured in Central PA for more than 40 years and is proud to support the York Revolution. At Dale E. Anstein, consultations are always free, and there is no fee unless they win the case for you. To learn more about Dale E. Anstein, or if you're in need of representation, go to AnsteinLaw.com. That's ANSTINE Law.com.
This Friday is First Friday in downtown York. Presented by WellSpan Health, First Friday is a monthly celebration of downtown restaurants, cultural venues, and nightlife hotspots. Enjoy live music, food trucks, kids' activities, and more from 5 to 9 p.m. Get to know York again, or for the first time at downtownyorkpa.com.
Presley Ridge believes that strong families are the foundation for strong communities. With compassionate and caring professionals, Presley Ridge offers individual, child, and family therapy in addition to foster care and other in-community services. To learn more about Presley Ridge and their impact on families right here in our community, visit presleyridge.org or call 717-845-6624. That's 717-845-6624.
We are your auto loan experts. Hello, I'm Sue DeStefano, President and CEO of First Capital Federal Credit Union. With terms you can trust and competitive rates as low as 2.49% APR, First Capital is the first place to go when you're looking for an auto loan. At First Capital, you're a member, not just a number. You can apply for your loan online at firstcapitalfcu.com or stop by any of our branches. First Capital, putting you first. Federally insured by NCUA.
First Capital Federal Credit Union.
When your kids are bored, your garage is overflowing, and your patio furniture is on its last legs, you need Penn Dutch Structures. Our selection of Amish-crafted sheds, swing sets, gazebos, and outdoor furniture includes everything you need to play, relax, and entertain all year long. Shop our impressive selection of in-stock structures or work with our professionals to customize a made-to-order structure that meets all your needs. Visit Penn Dutch Structures on site at the Markets at Shrewsbury, located off I-83 on the Susquehanna Trail. That's Penn Dutch Structures on site at the Markets at Shrewsbury.
Listen live, on demand, and on the go. Download the new WOYK app on the Apple and Google Play stores today.
Revs going for the series sweep today and 5 in a row, heading into the much-deserved off day for the team tomorrow. And yesterday, a big doubleheader sweep. If you weren't with us, we've got a few of the select highlights from a couple of great performances from the Revs yesterday. You can catch the full highlight track on WOYK 1350 on SoundCloud and the new WOYK app. But a handful of the key plays from a 4-0 win and a 9-3 win in yesterday's twin bill. First and third, one out. First pitch is lined to left center field. That's in the gap for King. Going all the way back to the wall. Cuevas scores. Dent being set. And there's no relay. It's dropped. Nick King jumps on the first pitch. A 2-run double to left center. And he's got his first home hit. An RBI. His second total with the Revs. This one a double. And they lead it 2-0 here in the bottom of the second. School in the U.S. Pitch is taken the other way. Base hit Diaz in his first at bat. King around third and Pacioli just tosses into the infield. King scores and it's 3-0. Roger Diaz an RBI single the other way in his first Revolution at bat. And they've got the baseball for him. It is a 3-0 Revs lead.
Sanchez working quickly on the mound, takes the sign from Diaz. The 1-2 pitch, swing and a miss, slider low in the zone, another strikeout for Jonathan Sanchez. 9 up, 9 down through the first 3 frames. He has 5 strikeouts.
Gomez trying to finish it off right here. He's ready. And the 2-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. Foul tip got him on the high fastball. 93 from Gomez. And the Revs with their 600th regular season win in the coaching/managing careers of Mace on staff, Polo on staff. Gomez finishes it off with 2 more strikeouts. 14 in 7 innings his last 6 games. And the Revs win their 3rd in a row. 4-0. It's a combined 2-hit shutout. In Game 1, the pitchers allowed just 5 balls to go to the outfield in 7 innings in this game. Jonathan Sanchez, brilliant in his Revs debut. Severino is added back to the mix, returning from the rib issue. He looked just fine, and Gomez finishes it off. The 1-1, and a ground ball the other way, base hit right field. Dent's second hit of the inning. Burgess is in to score, throw to third, Cuevas slides in, he beats that. As Chavez fired all the way to third base, Ryan Dent with an RBI single, and the Revs with a 6-0 lead here in the 3rd inning.
Runners at first and second, 2 outs, 1-2 the count on Massey. The pitch from Mitch. Curveball chopped out to him. He picks it up. He'll run it over the bag himself. And Mitch Atkins is through 5 shutout innings. He gets a chopper back to him on the right side of the mound. No problem fielding that. He calls off Burgess, takes it to the bag alone, and the inning is over.
Dan Meters set again. The 1-2. Swinging a chopper, second base. Alexi to his left. He's got it. Throws to first, and this baby's over. The Revs sweep the day-night doubleheader. A 9-3 win in the night game. Joe Van Meter finishes it off with a scoreless inning. And another big night for the offense. 14 hits. And today they will go for the series sweep. Pat McCoy against Dwayne Belo coming up. We'll hear from Mace. The Broadway Transmission Manager's report is next.
You'll always hit it out of the park with great Best Yet products from your neighborhood SureSave stores. Like party platters with $18.93 deli items. Team up Best Yet hot dogs with Best Yet kettle cooked chips. And get Best Yet 12 packs of soda and Best Yet Rising Crust pizzas at Sobel's Markets in Shrewsbury, Stewartstown, Whiteford, and East York. And at Nell's Market Fresh Foods in Spry.
Hi, this is Dan Patrick. Join me weekday mornings at 9 on Sports Radio 1350 WOYK.
Fans, it's time to go inside the clubhouse for all the latest on your Atlantic League champion York Revolution and tonight's matchup. It's time for the Broadway Transmission Manager's Report. Now, here's the manager of the Revs, Mark Mason.
All right, Mace. Well, we talked after Game 1 yesterday, a 4-0 win in the opener, but then 9-3 in the nightcap. The offense, another big night. Do you feel like this team is turning a corner offensively with the approach, or do you still hesitate to say that maybe you don't want to jinx it here after the last 4?
Yeah, I'm not sure about the jinx thing. I just think that hitting is cyclical. I mean, it is. You go up and down. So I think right now we're on an upswing, and you try to take advantage of that when you can. But overall, that you're going to have peaks and valleys with hitting as an individual player and as a team sometimes. So that's why pitching and defense is so important. That you have to be able to do those 2 things every night to have a chance. So this way on the nights that you are struggling with the bat, you still have a chance to win games.
Total hits and more base runners is exactly what you wanted to see, though, wasn't it?
Absolutely. I mean, I think it's good for the guy's psyche too. It's you have some games where you don't score much, and we had a 10-game stretch in there where I think we were lucky to score 30 runs maybe, and we were only giving up like 4 runs a game, and we were like a 500 club. So we've had some situations where we have not taken advantage of our pitching, but and then there have been some times where the hitting has bailed us out too, like the other night in Long Island, a 12-7 game or whatever it was. So it's just one day at a time, and you just never know. I mean, some days guys see the ball well, put good swings on it. Some days they don't, and that's just the nature of the game.
Mitch Atkins last night, his 5th straight win, took that shutout really to the next to last batter that he faced, and I know he was a little frustrated those last couple of innings, but overall, what do you think?
No, I thought he was good. Maybe not quite as sharp as he was in Long Island at his last start, but he was still pretty good last night, and there were a lot of borderline pitches, I think, that maybe could have gone either way, and some of those we got and some of those we didn't get, but I mean, that's all part of it too, and but he was able to hang in there and keep battling through a lot of deep counts. At one point, I think in the 4th inning, I was like, wow, like 40-some pitches. I mean, he might have a chance to go 7 or 8, and then he got in a snag here where he had, a couple longer innings, and then that caught up to him.
He moved Van Meter back into the bullpen last night, and getting Sanchez in, getting Severino back, the depth certainly has improved, and I know you feel like the bullpen is deeper and better with him in there, is it not?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, yesterday, to be honest, I put Joe in the pen. It was a necessity thing because we had a bunch of guys that were unable to perform yesterday. Sides was down, Rincon was down, Gomez was down in game 2, so we knew we were going to be possibly a little bit short in the bullpen. So yesterday was an actual bullpen day for Joe. When you're in the starting rotation, you throw bullpens on the 2nd or 3rd day after your start. Every guy's a little different with that. But so with it being a bullpen day for him yesterday, I just said, well, let's just maybe use you in the game today and not worry about throwing that pen before the game. So it was a necessity thing, but he's pitched in the 9th inning before in his career, so it's I like him out of the pen. I'm sure he probably likes to start, but we'll see how it plays out here.
Well, I know it's tough to sweep doubleheaders, but you did that, and you do it on what's gonna hopefully end up being one of the hottest days of the year. How did your guys handle the heat and the hydration and all of that for 16 innings?
Well, I mean, we were pretty beat up when we got in the clubhouse last night. There were a lot of tired guys here, and it's just been a crazy couple of days because we got in at 4 a.m. Friday from Long Island, and then we played Friday night. Then we had the long day yesterday, and back here again this morning for a 1 o'clock game. So, I mean, it's just if we didn't have the day game yesterday, that would have been a little bit different. But we were able to play everybody, and it's the same for Somerset. They did it too. So we're not making any excuses, and it's just it is hot, and then and Doritos really helps in the dugout. Joyce brings Doritos down, and I don't think it made it to the 2nd inning either one of the games yesterday. I opened the lid and I was like, oh, that's an empty container. But anyways, so the guys, they appreciate that too, and it helps. Everything helps right now when it's just hot.
Yeah, we appreciate that up in the booth as well. And I see you've got King and Diaz back in there today, and what a job those guys did for you yesterday.
Yeah, they did a great job yesterday in the noon game, and so we got a 1 o'clock game today, obviously, and we're off tomorrow. So this will give me a chance to rest some guys, not only for today, but give them tomorrow off too. So for guys like Dent and Dotel, this will be a 2-day rest for them, and they're out there every single day, so they need that.
All right, Mace, thanks a lot. Good luck today.
Yep, thank you.
Stars through the perilous fight, o'er the ramparts we watched, were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets red glare, the bumper sting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land and of the free, and the hope of the brave.
Now our national anthem today, young lady Alexa Markakis belting it out down there behind home plate. Very nice job. Revs have taken the field here on another scorcher at People's Bank Park. And here at 1 o'clock, before we get started, let's pause for station identification. This is Revolution Radio.
First in York, first in sports. Your only local sports station. The new Sports Radio 1350, WOYK, York, Pennsylvania.
Starting lineups are brought to you by Flying Feet. For the Patriots today, it'll be Julio Bourbon in center field leading things off. Andy Chavez in right field bats second. Hitting third is the shortstop, Alfredo Rodriguez. Craig Massey at second base will hit cleanup. Yovan Gonzalez does the catching and bats fifth. Danny Dorn at first base will hit sixth. Kyle Roller, the designated hitter, batting seventh. Mike Francoso at third base will hit eighth. And rounding it out in left field is Justin Pacioli. Again, Bourbon, Chavez, Rodriguez, Massey, Gonzalez, Dorn, Roller, Francoso, and Pacioli. And that lineup facing Pat McCoy, who's really pitched well and has been consistent. 6 outings, 5 starts, 1-3 with a 3.06 ERA. The win-loss record not indicative of how he's pitched. 32 and a third innings, just 31 hits, 11 walks, 17 strikeouts. And he will face Julio Bourbon to lead things off today. We are set here on this steaming hot Sunday. Our Dasher Investment Services first pitch on the way. And it is right down the middle for a called strike. Underway today at 1:03. The board reading 95 degrees. Weather brought to you by Heritage Lawn and Landscape Care. The pitch, swinging a high fly, right field. Mitchell Reeds, he'll trot into shallow right center and makes the one-hand grab. 1 down and a quick start for McCoy.
Revs pitchers in this series have done a great job getting in on hitters' hands. I don't know if that was a specific game plan going into the series or if it's just worked and the rest of the guys that have been out there every day here on the mound have followed it, but it's been very effective, especially with Bourbon and Chavez at the top of the lineup.
And here is Chavez. They've held him to 1 hit in 9 at-bats this series as McCoy misses down and in. I have noticed that they've hit a batter in like 5 straight games, so maybe they are pitching inside a bit more. Nothing wrong with that. Here's the 1-0, and he grounds it to second base. Right there is Casilla, gloves it, throws over to first. 2 up, 2 down, and quickly for Pat McCoy to get things started.
Specifically, like I said, with the top of the order, guys just have not been on base here at the top, and that's led to a ton of success. You go back to the Sugarland series where, I mean, everybody at the top 3 of the lineup was on base, especially Colin Walsh, who was so pesky at the top. But in this series, the Revs have really kept everybody off base, especially at the top of the lineup.
Now, Alfredo Rodriguez, who looks at a ball low. Rodriguez 1 for 9 in this series. That drops him to 298 overall. As McCoy kicks and deals. And a drive, deep left field, down the line, and this one is fair. It sails out of here, inside the tiny foul pole, and over the arch nemesis. Rodriguez jumps on the first pitch. Second pitch make that his first home run of the season for the number 3 hitter in their order, and Somerset an early 1-0 lead.
Well, that changed pretty quickly there. Forget what I said. Just a pitch up in the zone that Rodriguez is able to drive. McCoy's had struggles in the first inning this season. It's really been, first and second really been the 2 toughest for him, but just leaves a pitch up there.
Here's Massey as he takes a strike. The only other lead Somerset had in this series was in the top of the 9th inning on Friday night, and they coughed that up. Here's the 0-1. And a swing and a pop fly foul down the left field side. This will find seats.
It hurts because that's with 2 outs. Also, a day game after a doubleheader yesterday. Everybody's tired. That's a little bit of a deflating feeling there, especially after McCoy gets the first 2 outs so quickly. There's a lot of baseball left today.
Now ready. He winds, delivers, and misses in the dirt outside, working with Roger Diaz today. Patriots, their 29th home run of the year in their 59th game. They are 5 behind the Road Warriors, having the fewest in the league. The pitch, and it's down and away again. Massey doesn't bite, though.
It's the 3rd homer allowed by Pat McCoy, 6th extra base hit against him. And again, it's been the early trouble for him, and then he really gets into a groove, and hopefully we see that again today.
Pitch is in tight. Massey started the turn. Looks like they won't appeal it, though. 3-2. Plate ump is Derek Moshe, David Speranza at first, Nate Caldwell down at third. And a full count on Massey. The pitch. Swinging, he lines it to left field. Back is Gillies. He's there. Deep toward the corner and left. Had him played well. And got a good break on it off the bat. Massey slicing it to him to end the inning. Solo homer from Rodriguez gives the Patriots the early start at the end of a half. It's Somerset 1, York coming up.
Are you one of the many people that has a 401k that is eligible to roll over, but you just haven't done it yet? Maybe you're not sure where is the best place to put it. I'm Tom Dasher of Tom Dasher Investment Services. I specialize in helping you getting your 401k and IRA money parked in the best place for you. So if you haven't rolled your 401k yet, or if you're not satisfied with your IRA, call me for a consultation at 487-2096. That's 487-2096. And check out my website at tomdasher.com.
Sports injury? Walk into WellSpan Urgent Orthopedics for immediate care. No appointment is ever needed. Our orthopedic and sports medicine specialists are here to treat you. Visit wellspan.org/urgent orthopedics today for hours at our York and Hanover locations.
There's a lot of talk out there about good health care. We all want a good plan. But step outside and take a good look at all those beautiful trees and shrubs in your yard. Do you have a plan to maintain their good health? Heritage Lawn and Landscape Care has a veteran staff of 12 fully licensed and trained tree health care professionals to rely on, including 10 certified arborists and 3 PA certified horticulturalists. So don't let your trees and shrubs fend for themselves against Mother Nature. Visit heritagelawnandlandscape.com and get world-class care right in your backyard.
The revolution plays here. Play ball! The new Sports Radio 1350.
One 0 Patriots up. Revs come to bat against left-hander Dwayne Below. The York lineup today brought to you by Flying Feet. Travis Witherspoon in center to start it. Alexi Casillas, second baseman, bats second. Jared Mitchell in right will hit third. Melky Mesa, the DH, hitting cleanup. Michael Burgess at first base bats fifth. Hitting sixth at third base is Jose Cuevas. And then it's Nick King at short, Roger Diaz catching, Tyson Gillies in left. As Witherspoon digs in 5 for 7 in yesterday's doubleheader. Below from the stretch delivers a first pitch strike. Witherspoon is up to 271 overall. And against Somerset, 423 now with 2 of his 4 homers. Here's the 0-1, and that misses up high. Again, Witherspoon, Casilla, Mitchell, Mesa, Burgess, Cuevas, King, Diaz, and Gillies. This Revs lineup double-digit hits, 4 straight games. Here's the 1-1, and it's a called strike on the outer half. They had 14 last night, 19 on Thursday night, 10 in the 2 games in between. So the one major missing ingredient, total hits and on-base percentage, and they've definitely taken a climb in that stock. The pitch, it is slice foul the other way. Witherspoon reaching to protect.
Travis has been awesome at the top of the lineup. He's a catalyst for this team when he's hitting because of his speed, because of the fact that he knows that he can be a guy that can get 2-3 hits a day. It's not just a one-hit guy, and he's done that these past few games.
Below kicks and deals, and a swing and a miss. Starts it with a strikeout. on a fastball outer corner at 89. Below 3-2, 3.04 ERA, which is 5th lowest in the league in 9 starts. 50 in the 3rd innings, just 39 hits. Opponents hitting 204. Only 9 walks, 1 per start, 37 strikeouts. Has given up 8 home runs, tied for the 3rd most. Lefties are 6 for 18 against him. Righties just 191. Here's Casilla, and he swings, pops the first one straight up. And Gonzalez out in front of the plate, now over into foul territory toward just right of home plate, and he's got it there, almost directly upward. And Casilla retired on the foul pop, 2 away.
Trying to get on Belo early right there and just gets under a pitch, pops it straight up, but the Revs not shy at the top of this lineup against Belo, and the guy who's had success against the Revs this season already, trying to jump on him early, and just hasn't worked out through the first 2 batters.
Yeah, they have scored just 1 run on 7 hits in 11 innings against him. He's beaten them in both of his starts against York. 1 home, 1 here. Here's Mitchell, and he takes the first pitch strike. Belo with a changeup, which I assume is what makes him so tough on righties. He also has 4-seam, cutter, and a 12-6 curve. Here's the 0-1 to Mitchell, and a liner, right side base hit. He pulls one out of the reach of the second baseman, Massey, who went over to his left with the glove extended out, but it's into right field. And Mitchell, who came in just 1 for 18 his last 5, looking to get it going again, and he's got a 2-out hit.
Sure, he's saying to himself, it's about time something fell right there. Stayed on a pitch, kept the hands back, and is able to pull it. And that brings up Milkman.
Now Mitchell back in the hit column, had an early exit, unfortunately, last night. Ejected after he thought a pitch was high and then low in the same at-bat. Here is Mesa. First offering, it's down and away. Mesa, the last 14 games, hitting .407. He's driven in 8 in the last 8, 4 multi-RBI games in those 8. Overall at .326, 4 home runs. There's the stretch. Belo with the 1-0. And it's up high. He starts to turn. Oh my goodness. The plate on Moshe said he went around and didn't ask anybody. And he wasn't close to going. And Mesa can't believe it.
I mean, regardless of what the home plate umpire thinks right there, you have to appeal that. It's just not the home plate umpire's call right there.
Why even have the guy at first base?
Right.
Now Belo ready. And the 1-1, that's way high, should be 3-0. Belo last time out lost 1-0. Well, he took a no decision. He left with the game scoreless in the 7th, 6 2/3, no runs against New Britain. Now the 2-1, and it misses down and in. Though Mesa's got it in his favor. Belo has won his last 2 decisions. Last 3 starts, just 3 runs in 18 2/3 innings combined.
Well, Mesa's looking for ball 5 right here.
Yeah. No kidding. Oh no, a move to first. Leaning was Mitchell, but he's able to recover. He was starting to shuffle towards second, had to reverse course, and he does dive back.
Belo was a bit slow with that move to first, otherwise Mitchell's dead over there.
Belo, an all-star reliever last year, 5-1, 2.88 ERA. Another move, Mitchell ready this time, lunges back. Leads the team with 13 steals. Belo, 32 years old, 6'3" lefty. Lives in Lakeland, Florida. And he deals. It is outside, ball 5. Mesa heads to first, and the Revs with 2 on. And a chance early in the game for Michael Burgess.
It's a good approach by Mesa there, taking early in the count. Waiting for his pitch, he didn't get it, and then just takes the walk.
Belo, who grew up in Michigan, Britain, Michigan, an hour from Detroit, drafted by the Tigers, and now lives where they have their complex in Lakeland, Florida. Here's Burgess, 2 on, 2 out. First pitch is a called strike up in the zone, and Burgess asks for time. He wants to get rid of the shades. He went up there with the sunglasses on, but didn't like it on that first one. It's a 1-0 Somerset lead here in the first.
Well, Burgess hit it up to 259 against lefties this year. He actually has a higher batting average against lefties than he does righties. However, he's faced a handful more righties than lefties. But still, the success has been there for Mike lately.
Overall, the last 10 hitting .385. Here's the 0-1. And a swing and a miss, a cutter. Belo was up with that. Bit of a dangerous place to leave one with Burgess in there. Overall up to 237, tied for 4th in the league in home runs with 9. Revs in those auction jerseys today, red, white, and blue, sharp look. And below the pitch, swinging a bouncer foul, first base side past Sandy, who gave it a great effort.
Wasn't feeling that one?
No. No, it maybe took a hop on him.
Well, I talked to Polo yesterday after the game about his play going back, and he said, yeah, sometimes I do that.
Patriots, by the way, they are in their navy tops today. Here's the stretch from the lefty. Another 0-2. And a swing and a pop foul and out of play. Burgess covering the plate and spoiling that cutter. Revs trying to answer after Patriots struck first on the Rodriguez homer, 1-0. Burgess, his 3rd year with York, came to the league in the midst of the 2015 season with Somerset, won a championship that year, 1-1 with York last year. Another 0-2. And a swing and a fly ball loop, shallow left center. Pacioli in from left, though, and he's got it. It was too high to drop. And Pacioli from left coming in. No runs, 1 hit, 2 men left. We've played an inning this afternoon. Patriots with the 1-0 lead.
What's the simplest, easiest, freest way to get in shape? Walking! That natural walking motion is great for almost everybody, but not every shoe is great for walking.
Flying feet.
Flying Feet sports shoes carries the shoes designed to function best, whether you're out for an invigorating stroll or you're humming along at a serious fitness pace. Walking and fitness shoes that'll do the trick, including a variety of widths and hard-to-find sizes. Walk with name brands like New Balance, Saucony, Brooks, and Accelera. For intense fitness workouts, try shoes from Basics, New Balance, Rika, Saucony, and 361. Flying Feet's selection is great, and the service is even better. With personal attention many stores are lacking. Some stores sell shoes, Flying Feet fits them. So take life in stride and do it in style with comfortable walking shoes and fitness shoes from the sportswear specialty store without specialty prices. Flying Feet sports shoes.
Flying Feet.
1511 Mount Rose Avenue, York, just off exit 18 of I-83.
I'm a meal delivery engineer, a server, and I love it. But now, with Keno from the Pennsylvania Lottery, this place is livelier than 2-for-1 app night. See, while I guide my guests from nachos to gnocchi, they're picking numbers to win cash with drawings every 4 minutes. Keno's fun, exciting, and goes with everything on the menu, except maybe the 4-alarm fries. Stay away from those. Keno, it's here. Play it at your favorite bar or restaurant. Players must be 18 or older. Please play responsibly. Benefits older Pennsylvanians every day.
The Baltimore Baseball Show with Dan Connolly, right here on Sports Radio 1350 WOYK, York.
One 0 Somerset the early edge. As we head to the second inning, Jovan Gonzalez, their catcher, will lead things off. He has started 3 of the 4 games this weekend, hitting at .252. No home runs, 9 driven in. And McCoy's first pitch of the inning, right down the middle for a strike. McCoy last time out at Long Island suffered the loss, but He battled, kept them in it. It's the 0-1, and it misses outside. 5 2/3 innings, 4 runs, but only 2 earned. Really nothing wrong with that. Finished strong after 2 in the third, 2 in the fourth, but again, 2 of those unearned. He misses down low. 2 balls, 1 strike. The start before that, he was on his game as he fires and misses away. That was his last home start, June 20th. Beat the Road Warriors 4-1, 7 innings, 1 run. It was unearned and only 4 hits. There's the wind, the 3-1. And a line drive, left center field. Gillies heading back on it. It's deep, and it's off the wall and in play. Hits the wall padding. Gillies plays the carom, guns it in, but Gonzalez dives in with a double. That was more of a deep, low fly or a high liner, somewhere in between. Not really a line shot. Had a little more air under it than I thought initially, but it carries to the wall. It's a double to lead things off.
That ball did carry quite a bit there. I'm thinking off the bat, Gillies may have a chance to run that down toward the track, but luckily for McCoy, it didn't go over the wall, hit off the top of the short wall out in left center.
I'm going to bring up Danny Dorn, left on left. Patriots threatening to add, and Dorn bunts and got it down hard toward third. Cuevas bare hands, tough throw, not going to get him. It's a bunt single, and it's first and third with nobody out. Dorn caught him by surprise, and that pitch was in on him, but he angled the bat toward third, bunted it hard, and gets a bunt base hit out of it.
That was a great bunt right there. You mentioned the angle of the bat. It was pretty much perfect. Great placement. He saw Cuevas back a bit. Cuevas, a heck of a play just to get that over there. A little bit slow developing. That's just a good bunt right there.
First and third, no outs. Here's Kyle Roller. It's 1-0 Somerset early. First pitch is a called strike, inner half. Roller, a 3-run homer last night. There are only 3 runs in game 2. That is the 4th that he's hit in the last 11 games after a brutal start. There's the 0-1, and it misses down and in. His 5th of the year, 4 of those in the last couple weeks. Still hitting just 197. He's really struggled at home. They have pretty difficult hitters park. And it's been a rough go for him there. The pitch, he swings, skies it to left. Gillies has to back up. Gonzalez will tag. Gillies on the front of the track, comes in a step. He's got it, but he'll have to throw towards second base. And Gonzalez tags and comes home. Sac fly for Kyle Roller. And Somerset a 2-0 lead here in the second inning.
Some more early trouble in an inning, and Somerset's able to manufacture a run right there, but McCoy is limiting the damage here, getting that sac fly, and now you have a double play situation with the man on first and 1 out.
Now here is Mike Francoso, lefty against lefty. And McCoy with the pitch. It's inside a ball. McCoy a vet, and I think sometimes one of the toughest things for a young pitcher maybe is to take your medicine and realize that giving up a sac fly there, 1 run is okay. And McCoy trying to limit them to 1 this inning, does have that double play possibility set up. As Francoso backs away, time was called at the plate. Francoso 6th in the league in hitting. The pitch to him, he swings and misses. Pretty good cutter or slider there from Pat. 6th in the league at .323. He's tops in on base, .426. 4 for 9 in this series. And the left-hand hitter has hit .407 off lefties this year. Pitch is inside, that miss.
That's pretty incredible. At this point in the season to be over .400 against lefties.
And they've had some guys that, left-hand hitters that have hit lefties better than righties. Aaron Eggleston in the past. Guys that stay in there and take it the other way. The 2-1. And a swing and a miss. Fastball at 88. Some late tail to it as well. past, they've had some guys that have come in relatively young and have been really good small ball type players. Here's the pitch. It's down and away, 3-2. Scott Kelly has been that guy in the past. Pacioli last year. Pacioli and Kelly have struggled this year, and Francoso has kind of taken over that role. Here's the stretch from McCoy, full count. They set up away, the payoff pitch. Down and away, just missed. Now Francoso, the league leader in on base, he's on again, this time on ball 4. And it's first and second for Pacioli, rounding out their lineup today.
Well, the dreaded 2-out walk right there. McCoy has to really come after Pacioli here and find that strike zone.
Pacioli hitting at .231. Last season, he was out of his mind early in the year and hit .345 in the first half. McCoy with the pitch. It is off the plate away. Pacioli, an all-star last year. And he was 4th in the league in steals as well, with 35 in less than 100 games before the Red Sox signed him. There's the stretch, the 1-0. And he fights it off foul against the net. Good fastball there from Pat. Matter of fact, his 35 steals last year with Somerset came in just 37 attempts. He was only caught twice. Now the stretch, the 1-1, and it's a called strike as McCoy gets the corner and the top of the strike zone on that one. 2-0 Somerset here in the second inning, 2 on with 1 out. Pacioli, a 10th round pick of the Padres just 3 years ago. As McCoy stretches, deals, and a chopper foul, third base side, a cutter there that got in on him. He took the 2016 season off from pro ball, helped care for his mother who was in the hospital. He worked at Camelback ski resorts in the Poconos. He's from Easton, PA. Gave baseball lessons, helping pay for hospital bills to get his mom healthy again. Returned to the game last year. Now the pitch, and that's way high, 2-2. Only 25 years old. Have to appreciate what he did as a 10th round pick to step away and handle things at home for a year and then come back. 2-2. And he bounces one toward third. It's foul. Cuevas over to glove it. McCoy trying to get that double play ball, but pretty good speed at the plate and on base. He is at 33 pitches here with 1 out in the second inning. There's the stretch. They set up in the 2-2, and he swings and fouls it off up over the roof. Fastball at 90. He was late, but stays alive on it. In the first inning, McCoy looked like he was really trying to get some quick outs and pound the zone early. Not a bad strategy on a scorcher of a day. 2-2, and it misses down and away. Pacioli works at full. McCoy, who's from Tucson, Arizona, he said that, I've never been to Arizona, he said that what they say about the dry heat is true. It is not as oppressive because it's dry. Here's the payoff pitch, and it's in the dirt. Lost him to ball 4. Pacioli with a heck of an at-bat. He works his way on. Back-to-back walks. Load the bases for Julio Bourbon back at the top.
Now Pat really in some trouble. Has to really lock in and work with Diaz here to get a couple pitches over. But to your point about what Pat was saying about the dry heat, it is less oppressive than the heat here. I mean, when I was out in Palm Springs for a couple months, I mean, it's a dry heat out there too, desert area. I mean, it was 75, 80, maybe even 85 every day, but it didn't feel that hot. It felt like a cool 70.
Oh, first one hits Bourbon. Got away and got him in the right forearm, I believe. That's what he's holding behind his back as he jogs toward first. It forces in a run, and it's 3-0. Fletch will come out and make a visit here. It's become a long, draining second inning for McCoy, trying to fight his way through some trouble. He'll grab the rosin bag as he awaits Fletch's arrival after the sac fly. Back-to-back walks and now a hit batter.
Not at all what you wanted. And it looked like McCoy was, again, like he was going to get out of the frame with not much damage, but then it's escalated a little bit here.
By the way, we'll keep you up to date today on our York Mitsubishi out-of-town scoreboard. Somerset, a 1.5 game lead over New Britain, who continues to win. Long Island has failed to take advantage at all of the Revs knocking off the Patriots. They've dropped the first two at home to the Road Warriors. Their first half hopes are about shot.
Road Warriors 3 in a row, isn't it?
I believe you're right. Here's Andy Chavez. And first pitch, he swings, drives it straightaway center. Witherspoon has to back up. Carries deep, he'll make the grab, but this will score another run. Francoso comes home. Pacioli goes to third. Very productive fly ball from Chavez, a sac fly, and it's 4-0. 3-run second inning for them.
This is what happens when you walk and hit batters in innings. It's not a rally that was started with, I mean, it started with 2 hits, but they haven't had a hit since the single from Dorn, and that was a bunt hit. But that's how you score runs without hits, is when the guys reach without hits. You know, walks, score, hit by pitches, they score, and 2 sac flies here in the inning and an RBI hit by pitch.
Now here is Rodriguez, first and third. And first pitch, runner from first goes, and Diaz will have to hold it. Bourbon got a big jump. He steals second, no throw. It was a called strike. It is his 17th steal, the third most in the league. So now second and third for the K-man Rodriguez, who homered in the first. The pitch, he swings, lines a foul the other way. Top of the stands in right. No balls and 2 strikes. I guess actually we won't keep you updated today because everything starts at 5:05 or later. So
can't really do that then.
There goes that.
Yeah.
But Sugarland can clinch today with a win. How about that? Here's the 0-2 and a change up low. The Skeeters have gone up 2.5, and if they win today, they would, well, they've already clinched the tiebreakers, so by way of that, they would pop the corks today. As McCoy misses outside, it's now 2-2. They have won 4 in a row and 5 of the 6 in that 7-game series.
It'll be a dismal ride home for Lancaster on that plane.
Man, you saw that coming, the start that they got off to. 2-2, just missed low. A cutter, that was close. Count will go full. McCoy now at 43 pitches. Probably a good 30 this inning. Here's the stretch and the payoff pitch. Just outside, and he's a little frustrated. Ball 4 on Rodriguez. That was close. As he snaps his glove at the throwback from Diaz. The third walk of the inning. And the 9th hitter, Craig Massey, coming up.
Just doesn't have a feel for the zone right now. Maybe tried to overthrow a couple pitches there because he wasn't getting it in the zone, but the Somerset hitters haven't given him any breaks on the mound.
Massey lined out to left his first time up. 4-0 they lead here in the second. The pitch swings and fouls it back. That'll get to the roof. No balls, 1 strike. Most runs that McCoy's allowed 5 at Southern Maryland, and that was really just 1 or 2 rough innings, and then he finished well in that one a couple weeks back. Pitch is bounce foul over toward the First base on deck area, unoccupied at the moment. 2 strikes. Massey, one of those lefties that's hit even better against left-hand pitching. 372. 336 overall for the year coming in. McCoy has his sign. They set up in the 0-2. And he breaks his bat, flares it past McCoy's glove. King charging and has to hold it. Broken bat, RBI, infield hit. And nothing going right for McCoy this inning. It's an RBI infield hit for Massey, just out of the reach of Pat's glove. And King charging in from short, could only pick up and hold it. It's 5-0.
1 ball out of the infield all inning.
Wow.
For a hit, that is.
Yeah.
It's just kind of how it's going right now for McCoy.
And that's what they do, and not just this year. They've played better small ball than probably, quite frankly, any team in league history over the years. Here's Yovan Gonzalez, who swings and misses on a slider. When you consider the whole body of work and the way that they've built their teams many of these seasons. They were a slugging home run hitting team in 08-09 when they had Jeff Nettles, Josh Presley, Brandon Larson. Here's a liner the other way, foul into the Revs bullpen. And Yovan Gonzalez cracked his bat. He'll head back for a new one. He started the inning with a double to left center. Patriots with 4 in the inning, leading at 5-0. For the vast majority of the seasons that the Revs have faced the Patriots anyway, obviously going back to 07, they have been built on speed and pitching and contact hitting. Bunt hit and an infield hit this inning. McCoy the 0-2, and it's fouled back off the net.
Hasn't been able to put any hitters away today. He's needed to throw a lot of pitches because of it.
And they do strike out the second fewest times of any team in the league. McCoy ready. Another 0-2. And a dribbler foul back toward Dorn, who's on deck. So again, Gonzalez hangs in there.
It's not just the strikeouts. In terms of putting a guy away in any way, getting him to hit a weak grounder or pop one up, fly ball. McCoy just hasn't been able to do it.
0-2 it remains. Here's the stretch. And he deals. Down and away, a 2-seamer, 1-2. Now he's probably pushing about 40 pitches this inning. He's up to 52 for the day. Here on a draining afternoon. A 1-2. And that misses up high. And when it's a long inning, I mean, it just saps you. There's no way that he's got his full stamina at this point, and he's trying to find a way to get this thing ended.
No one up in the Revs pen, so it's going to have to be Pat finishing this inning.
Here's the 2-2. Down and in. Now Gonzalez was down 0-2, fouled off a couple, now it goes all the way full.
And there's no need for any of these Patriots hitters to try to chase one right now. They already have a 5-0 lead. They know McCoy's been all over the zone. So they don't need to go out of their way to swing at something that might be out of the strike zone.
McCoy the stretch. Checks back, the payoff pitch. It is outside as he screams at himself, and actually more toward Derek Moshe, saying that's not out. There was 2 hitters ago on Rodriguez, 1 or 2 actually, that he was perturbed by. Close ones on ball 3 and 4. And now ball 4 on Gonzalez, who comes all the way back to walk. It forces in a run, and Somerset now with a 6-0 lead. Highland Piguero does head down to the bullpen and begins stretching out. And he'll be throwing momentarily. 5th walk of the inning. And here's Dorn, he fouls the first one back. got a feel for Pat. Been out there so long, and you're drained and you're trying to get through it and just get back into the dugout. Next one is swung on, hit high in the air, foul. This will fade out of play left side. It's 0-2. Dorn, a bunt hit earlier in the inning. Bit of a surprise from him, one of the middle of the order guys. Here's the stretch from McCoy, and the 0-2, and a swing and a pop-up at third base. Cuevas drifting back, fighting the sun now. Oh, man, over into foul ground, and he pulled back as it was coming down. He lost it in the sun. It lands right at his feet on the grass, and the inning still is not over.
He really never saw that ball, I don't think. Knew where it was going, but just see him fighting the sun the whole way. He has shades over there, but even so, and that hurts for Pat on the mound. He makes a pitch to finally get out of it, and now he has to throw at least one more.
Still 0-2. Here's the stretch and the pitch, and a swing and a high fly center field. Witherspoon will trot over to his left straight away. He's there. He's got it. And the inning is over. But Somerset scores 5 times in the inning. McCoy staring in at Derek Moshe, and a few words on his way to the dugout. He was frustrated more than once in that inning. A total of 3 hits. Bases are left loaded. We go to the bottom of the second inning. It's 6-0 Somerset.
Money and business are essential to the strength of a community. So is cheering and celebration and music and fun. That's why York Revolution games, concerts, youth sports, special events, and more happen at a place called People's Bank Park. People's Bank has been serving York County for more than 150 years. Always cheering, always celebrating, always committed to the things that make York County great. And to you having a great time at People's Bank Park. People's Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
You'll always hit it out of the park with great Best Yet products from your neighborhood Sure Save stores. Like party platters with $18.93 deli items. Team up Best Yet hot dogs with Best Yet kettle cooked chips. And get Best Yet 12 packs of soda and Best Yet Rising Crust pizzas at Sobel's Markets in Shrewsbury, Stewartstown, Whiteford, and East York. And at Nell's Market Fresh Foods in Spry.
Smith, Mayer & Little is a holistic wealth management group with one product, advice. We aim to simplify our clients' lives, help them retire comfortably, and build lasting legacies for their families and the causes they care about. Our purpose is simple, to make a meaningful difference in the lives of our clients, our community, and the world in which we live with the advice we provide. Smith, Mayer & Little, a wealth of knowledge about wealth. We make our living by making a difference. Visit us at financialjava.com.
Janney Montgomery Scott LLC, member NYSE, FINRA, and SIPC.
This is Jay Gaush. You're listening to York Revolution Baseball on the home of the Revs, Spurt Radio 1350, WOYK. First in York, first in sports.
Six 0 Somerset with the lead. Today they are trying to snap a 4-game skid, as the Revs have been a major roadblock toward them finishing a first-half title, but they're off to the big lead here. Fletch came out, had some words for Derek Moshe between innings. The sweltering heat, tough on the umpires as well. The Revs were frustrated at times in Game 2 last night also. It'll be Jose Cuevas to lead things off. Cuevas hitting at 222 now. He's been on a good run. 3 homers, 25 driven in. First pitch from Bilo, who had a long wait, and he delivers a strike. Cuevas, King, and Diaz coming up. Bilo won here May 15th, 6 scoreless, only 3 hits. There's the 0-1, and it's a called strike away on Cuevas, and that's 1 or 2 of the ones McCoy wanted but didn't get. Bilo also beat the Revs 4-1 a couple of weeks back in Jersey. 5 innings, 1 run. Now he sets, delivers, and a swing and a miss. Went back in and tied up Cuevas on the swing. A 3-pitch strikeout, and Jose's got some words back toward Moshe as he walks away.
The strike 2 call's not the reason Jose struck out there, but it truly does add to it in an at-bat when one of the first couple pitches it goes against you when it really should be a ball and it's called a strike. That changes the whole at-bat.
Here's Nick King as he lays off a little high. King spelling dent at short today. He'll get today off and the off day tomorrow. Get him back in Tuesday.
He's wearing Robert Carson's jersey number.
His ball up high, 2-0. Oh yeah. It's with the jersey auction today. I guess we didn't have a number 12 made up for him, as he was a recent signee. Here's the 2-0, and it misses in the dirt. Or maybe this is his superhero costume, Robert Carson's number.
Super Nick. Or they wanted Rob's jersey to get some use before the auction, who knows.
He's wearing Rob's cape.
Yeah.
Here today. Now the 3-0 to King. And he starts toward first, thinking he had ball 4. It's a called strike down. And you can hear the reaction from Revs fans. King, who doesn't say much, he turns and has some words.
Horrible, Derek. We know it's hot, but you got
frustration is mounting already today. The 3-1, swing and a miss as he goes up after a high fastball there, and now all of a sudden Bilo is back to run it full.
And maybe Nick swings at that pitch because of the first call against him. Similar location there that normally he might lay off.
3-2, and a swing and a miss. King thought it was below the knees, but Bilo comes all the way back to get him, and it's a frustrating first 2 at-bats for the Revs here in this second inning, back-to-back strikeouts.
It's deflating when you're already down 6 runs and then you're also not getting any help whatsoever with the strike zone.
Here's Roger Diaz, who went 2 for 3 with a ribby yesterday in his debut, hitting .667. First pitch, fastball is over for a strike. He was hitting 1,000 through his second at bat. Here's the 0-1, and he swings, fouls it off over the first base roof.
He's up there ready to hack.
Yeah. He's not looking.
Well, he is wearing Jonathan Sanchez's number 13.
Well, I guess these were pre-ordered, pre-made.
Well, and Sanchez wasn't even here when they were ordered. I'm trying to think who was 13 before that.
It's the 0-2, and he shoots one foul. Sandy has to get up. Look at his ups down there at first base.
He's been doing some box jumps, maybe. He gets his curls in and his shoulder work, but must be doing some box jumps that we don't see.
He's springy. 0-2 it remains on Diaz. Pitch, and he grounds it near the line at third, just wide of the third base bag. Foul ball. Patriots a 6-0 lead. Bilo trying to establish the early tone in this one after his team scored 5.
It looks like these jerseys have names on them. I think it says Diaz above his number. I didn't know these jerseys had names.
It might. Oh, yeah, they do. You're right. Here's the pitch. And he chops one foul down toward Polo at third, who, like a good third baseman, knocks it down, keeps it in the infield.
Polo does a good job over there. So sure-handed. Quiet confidence over there in the third base coaching box.
You can't teach that.
No, you cannot.
And Bilo nods yes, focuses on it, now sets, fires, and misses upstairs. 1-2. And Diaz in a good battle here behind in the count.
Well, he has a good feel for the strike zone up at the dish. A lot of catchers do at the plate.
Did a really nice job handling the pitchers defensively yesterday as well. Here's the pitch. And he lines it left side. Base hit left field. He's hitting 750. 3 for 4 to begin his Revs career. He got jammed but muscled it past the diving third baseman Francoso and through the left side of the infield.
Manny Ramirez style baggy pants and all. Just finding the holes out there. He fouled off 4 or 5 pitches in that AB. He looks good up at the plate. Just good control of the strike zone again. And he's up there to hack. If it's close, he's swinging. He got a couple good pitches there. He ends up sending one of them into left.
Here's Gillies now. He earned that hit. Pitch from below. It's down low. Gillies had a knock last night. He's trying to get it going. Basically beginning of his season a couple of weeks ago. He's hitting 143, but 2 of his 5 hits home runs. It's the start in left field today. 2nd straight game. The 1-0. And he grounds a foul. And Sandy again has to do some plyos down there at first to get up. And now he's getting perturbed. He says, hit it fair. Why is it coming at me all the time? A little too much action on a 100-degree Sunday afternoon for him. Sandy's got to save some for later. Here's the 1-1. And a swing at a high fly foul. Popped out of play off to the third base side. De Leon will be with Mason Polo coaching the All-Star game. Fletch, every year over the break, has vacation plans and was unable to be moved. I'm sure he'd love to be there, but Mace Polo and Sandy will hold down the fort. There's the stretch from Belo. And the 1-2. It is on the outside corner. Strike 3 called. He strikes out the side in the 2nd inning. No runs, 1 hit, 1 left. Patriots the early lead today. We go to the 3rd. It's 6-0 Somerset.
Since 1934, PSECU has given Pennsylvanians financial opportunities to live a better life. We are a credit union who offers valuable free and low-fee financial products, broad lending options, and outstanding money management for financing life. At PSECU, we are proud of who we are and committed to who we serve because our Pennsylvania roots run deep. We are banking on a difference. Visit PSECU.com to join us. This credit union is federally insured by the National Credit Union Administration. Equal Opportunity Lender.
This Friday is First Friday in downtown York. Presented by WellSpan Health, First Friday is a monthly celebration of downtown restaurants, cultural venues, and nightlife hotspots. Enjoy live music, food trucks, kids' activities, and more from 5 to 9 p.m. Get to know York again or for the first time at downtownyorkpa.com.
Remember when an app was listen only? Oh yeah, that was kind of us, wasn't it? Well, we have a new app. Download the new WOYK app on the Apple and Google Play stores and take Sports Radio 1350 on the go like never before. Listen on the go like always, and now get easier access to archived games and programs on demand. Watch WOYK game broadcasts on YouTube and so much more. Search the new WOYK on the Apple and Google Play stores and download today. It's not just an app, it's a lifestyle. Sports Radio 1350. First in York, first in sports.
You're on the home of the Atlantic League champion York Revolution. Sports Radio 1350 WOYK, York.
Head to the 3rd inning, 6-0. Somerset with the lead. Pat McCoy, 12 pitches in the 1st inning. It was a 47-pitch 2nd inning. And looking to bounce back, Kyle Roller leads off the 3rd and takes just inside. Roller a sac fly in the 2nd inning, made it 2-0. McCoy the pitch, and a swing and a miss. Good breaking ball there. And I will say this, with the frustration that the Revs had last inning, even last night, it's the 1-1, Breaking ball right there for strike two. Two good ones in a row. Watching them all year, they are not a team that complains much. We've seen years past where they argued way more than this season. 1-2, and a high drive, right field, towering shot. Mitchell drifts back, he looks, and it is gone. Way back, deep to the top of the lawn, maybe further. It got up and just kept going and out of sight behind the far tent. It is Kyle Roller's 6th home run of the year and his 5th in his last 12 games. Look out, he is finding his stroke again. It is 7-0 Somerset here in the 3rd inning.
Commanding lead at this point for the Patriots, and Roller is just locked in right now. He's the one guy in this lineup that is consistently hitting the ball for extra base hits and over the fence.
Here's Francoso, who takes a strike. Francoso, a walk and a run last inning. Patriots' 2nd home run of the day. The 0-1, and right down the middle, fastball, strike 2. Roller last year, maybe the most feared hitter in the league, other than a couple guys the Revs had. It's the 0-2, and a breaking ball hooks away. A year ago, led the league in slugging, on base, OPS, 3rd in average at 326. It's been a terrible start, but he's heating up. Pitch here is popped up foul. Cuevas over from 3rd, giving a look, and that'll find the seats about 4 or 5 rows in. Had 22 home runs last year, Roller did, and that was in only 90 games. One and 2 it remains. The pitch, and a swing at a high fly, left center. This will bring Gillies over from left. He is there and handles it. 1 down here in the 3rd inning. A lazy fly ball to left. Our WellSpan Sports Medicine injury report. Revs have Jay Goss and Frank DiGiulio Jr. on the DL with elbow surgeries. Zach Wilson will be reevaluated soon on the DL with the groin pull. And Tyler Clark is eligible and could come off in the next couple of days. Placed in the DL retroactive to last Monday as Pacioli looks at a curveball low. That's with the thumb that got bent back. It's your WellSpan Sports Medicine injury report. Pitch here, a fastball. It's a called strike. 1-1 on Pacioli, who walked and scored last inning. There's the wind, the pitch, and a 2-seamer, actually a changeup with some away movement, caught the outside corner. Another called strike. Pacioli backs out. Maybe he didn't love that one. It's 2 balls and 2 strikes on him. McCoy, the pitch, and a swing and a fly ball to center. Right there is Witherspoon. He hardly has to move, just walking in on it. A couple of small steps, and he makes the grab. 2 down.
A couple good pitches by Pat to come back after the home run. Talk about taking one for the team on a hot day today when he's been frustrated on the mound. He's already given up 7 runs. He's doing a good job at least eating some outs here, not necessarily innings because who knows how long he'll go, but to get through at least a 3rd, that eats up a 1/3 of the game.
Here's Bourbon at the top. He swings and misses, chasing a slider. Now, those that are here today, the vast majority are under the overhang looking for shade. It is brutal today. The 0-1 and a fastball just inside. Bourbon today, a fly out, and then last inning hit by a pitch with the bases loaded, picked up an RBI, also stole a base and scored. Former Texas Ranger faced Jonathan Sanchez in the World Series in 2010. He nubs this one back to McCoy, gloves the spinner, little juggle but stays with it, throws to first to end the inning, and retires the next 3 after the Roller home run. But Kyle Roller's solo shot adds to the Patriots' lead, 7-0, as we go to the bottom half of the 3rd.
Rutter's has all your favorite seafood options. Tavern battered cod sandwich, crispy fried shrimp with bada bing dipping sauce, flavorful crab and corn chowder, just to name a few. Rutter's Seafood. One try and you'll be hooked. Rutter's. Why go anywhere else for seafood?
Feelings of stress, sadness, or anxiousness can be signs of depression or other mental health issues that should be addressed. If life seems too difficult to manage, Presley Ridge can help. Call Presley Ridge today, and our team of compassionate mental health professionals will help you enjoy your life again. Presley Ridge offers mental health services for all ages in York and Harrisburg. Make an appointment today. Call 717-845-6624 or visit presleyridge.org/outpatient.
Remember rushing to the newspaper in the morning to read all about that Revs game from the night before? Yeah, that was a long time ago. We barely remember that too. Sports Radio 1350 is your home for local sports, and we're taking care of that news void in your life. Get your York Revolution game articles delivered right to your inbox every morning, courtesy of WOYK. Simply log on to YorkRevolution.com and click to sign up to receive daily game recaps right to your inbox. Keep up to date every day as the York Revolution go for another Atlantic League title. We're your source for local sports. Sports Radio 1350 WOYK. First in York, first in sports.
Rutter's Hot Dog Extravaganza is here. Rutter's Kunzler hot dogs and brand new corn dogs are only 2 for $2. Our amazing Kunzler bacon wrapped cheddar dogs and sausages are only 2 for $4. Earn 2 cents on fuel for every deal purchased. Must scan rewards card. Rutter's, why go anywhere else?
This is Luke Westfall. You're listening to York Revolution Baseball on the home of the Revs. Sports Radio 1350 WOYK. First in York, first in sports.
Head to the bottom half of the third inning. It is a 7-0 Somerset lead. Revs with Travis Witherspoon at the top to lead things off. Dwayne Below, 2 hits allowed thus far. First pitch of the inning, it is a called strike, a cutter at the top of the zone on Spoon. It was a strikeout victim his first time up. Big day yesterday, 5 for 7 in the doubleheader. The pitch, he swings, fouls it back over the roof. 2 strikes on him. Announcing the temperature here at the stadium. The board now says 98. Sunny today. Our weather brought to you by Heritage Lawn and Landscape Care. Here's the 0-2. And a called third strike, and Witherspoon knew it. Below was away on the previous pitch and then came in, and Spoon unable to pull the trigger. 5 strikeouts for Below.
Dwayne's cruising right now. He has the early run support, so he doesn't really have to worry about being too cute with his pitches or really hitting the exact spots that he's looking for. I mean, he can be a little bit off the plate and get guys to chase with Revs in a little bit of a press mode.
Here's Alexi. He looks at a strike.
But even with what he's doing out there, it's just been first pitch strike for the most part all day.
Casilla foul out to the catcher his first time. He bats right. Pitch. He swings, nubs it just foul behind the plate. Well, we've had some terrible weather this year, whether it was cold and rainy early or the heat right now, and couldn't believe yesterday that Minnesota Twins had 3 players, professional athletes, leave with heat-related illness in their game at Wrigley. There's the pitch, and a ground ball foul, third base side.
Well, that's when you know it's bad. And you remember that Phillies game a few years ago where Roy Halladay was just... It looked like he was in pain on the mound with the heat.
That was at Wrigley, too.
Yeah, it was at Wrigley, and I think he had to switch jerseys at least once. I know, maybe twice.
Yeah.
That was a rough day for him, and that was kind of the unraveling at that point.
Here's the pitch to Alexi. That's up high, 2-2. Remember when Ross Detweiler was here, he was telling us about DC heat and humidity. Here's the pitch to Alexi. And a line drive to center. Hard hit knock right down in front of Bourbon. Casilla with the Revs' third hit. But Detweiler, when he was here, he was from St. Louis, and I remember interviewing him about growing up back there, how bad summers could be, and he said that really helped him when he pitched in D.C., and Strasburg's a guy that has had to leave games with heat-related things over the years. San Diego guy is not quite used to the humidity. Here's Jared Mitchell, and the first one missed inside, ball one. Mitchell is single to right his first time. He is used to it. He's from Louisiana, New Iberia, and played football at LSU. He was telling us a couple years ago about training camp. Here's the pitch, and he rips it right side, 2 for 2. Base hit Mitchell as Alexi takes his turn, stops at second. Mitchell rips it past Massey, reaching to it to his left from second base, but too hard hit to get to it.
Almost tripped over his own bat there, but it's good to see Jared with a 2 for 2 day so far. And that's a happy little bat toss right there, not like last night.
Now, when he was talking about training camp at LSU, he said that they had, it was gross, they had a designated room to put the cleats in with huge fans and dryers because of the sweat. And the guys would go through 2-a-day workouts in Louisiana. So this is nothing for him. Here's Melky. First pitch is driven deep. Left field, goodbye, Melky Mesa. It's gone on to Arch Street. He launches a 3-run home run, and the Revs are on the board at 7-3. Mesa with his 5th home run of the year. He has been red hot. And this one, a 3-run shot out over the big fella in left.
That's what the Revs ordered, and Melky delivered it. That's what the Milkman does. That was a bomb. You can get it up in the zone, elevate it, smoked. I mean, that thing might have gone out over dead center.
No doubt shot. That was sweet, majestic. You knew it as soon as it took off. Here's Burgess. He swings, skies one to left field. This'll carry, bringing Pacioli back to the track, but right in the middle of the warning track. He's got room, and Burgess just missed, just got under it on a towering fly deep the other way, 2 down. Mesa now 11 RBIs his last 9 games, 5th multi-RBI game in those 9, 5th home run of the year. Came in today hitting over 400 his last 14. Here's Cuevas, who struck out his first time up. First pitch is in at the knees, a strike from Below. Revs with their 50th home run as a team, 3 behind Sugarland for the league lead. They do have 5 hits the first 3 innings. Here's a swing and a foul over the first base roof, out of play. 7-3.
They've done a good job against Below for the most part. I mean, the strikeout numbers are there, but the balls they've hit, a few fly balls and some hard outs. But that Mesa homer is a huge lift for this Revs club.
0-2. And a swing and a foul back. Good plate coverage from Cuevas. They were set up way out there.
And Below's done that to righties consistently throughout this game. He threw 3 fastballs all outside to Nick King. Not outside the zone, but on the outer half. And they worked. And he's stayed outside to Cuevas.
Here's another 0-2. And he chased in the dirt. Blocked by Gonzalez. Cuevas will start toward first, realizing it was in the dirt and not handled. But the throw is made. 6 strikeouts through 3 innings, but the Revs put up 3 on Mesa's swing. 3 hits. Nobody left. Trying to get back in it. It's 7-3. Michael with the play-by-play as we go to the 4th.
Tired of hearing that
that music, especially when you already have that same ice cream in your freezer. Try something new and amazing with tropical shaved ice. On Monday morning after the big company event, do you want the buzz down the hall to be, how awesome was this year's company picnic? Then crush boredom and bring on Kona Ice with over 32,000 flavor combinations. This is not your typical lackluster snow cone. Their flavors are bold and delicious. Fuzzy Navel, Margarita, Blue Hawaiian. Kona Ice is dairy-free, gluten-free, and they even offer flavors that are sugar and dye-free. No party is too big or too small. They can serve up to 1,000 people per hour. They have party packages starting as low as $100. To add more excitement to your next event, find them online.
At Donegal, we understand there are many costs associated with running a business. That's why Donegal works with you to provide quality insurance products based on your business needs, and why we deliver that insurance at a price to fit your budget. Call your local independent Donegal agent today and discover why, when it comes to insurance for your business, Donegal is a better value. Contact Coatman Kunkel Insurance at 717-854-0300 or stop in at 3217 East Market Street, York. Locally owned and operated by Pam and Rudy Coatman. Coatman Kunkel Insurance.
Local sports on WOYK are brought to you by Maple Donuts, a family tradition since 1946.
The Baltimore Baseball Show with Dan Connolly, right here on Sports Radio 1350 WOYK, York.
Top of the fourth inning from Peoples Bank Park in downtown York. 7-3 Somerset over York in this one as Pat McCoy starts off Endy Chavez with a strike down the middle to start the fourth inning. McCoy has given up 7 runs, all earned through 3 innings. Taking one for the team here today, throwing some extra frames. Chopper out to second. Casilla takes it on 2 hops, waiting back, throws to first in time. 1 up, 1 down for McCoy on 2 pitches, and Endy Chavez will jog back to the dugout. McCoy's retired the last 4 hitters he's faced now and has settled in a little bit. His team got him 3 runs in the bottom of the 3rd inning. Melky Mesa blasted a 3-run homer over the arch nemesis for his 5th home run of the season. Game went from 7-0 to 7-3, so the Revs almost cutting the deficit in half. McCoy misses with a breaking ball to Rodriguez on the outer half. Rodriguez homered his first time up, walked in the 2nd inning. Solo homer in the 1st inning. He takes a strike. Rodriguez has now reached basically in 14 straight games. He has hits in 11 of those 14. Now he shoots one out to short. King has it on 1 hop. Crow hop across the diamond. High throw. A tag from Burgess. The ball comes out of his glove on the tag attempt. Casilla picks it up out at second. The runner is safe at first base. Burgess had it in his glove. He tried to sweep tag for Rodriguez, but it came out. Burgess now holding his hand in a little bit of pain, but he looks all right. They'll call it a throwing error on Nick King, so E6 there. Rodriguez on for the 3rd time today. Now Massey up with a man on first and 1 down. Double play depth up the middle for the Revs. Pitch from Pat, flipped into shallow left field. Gillies coming on. He won't get there. It drops. Now it gets by him as he overran it, but not too far. Stopping at second is Rodriguez. He had to hold up to see if it would be caught. It's a bloop single the other way for Craig Massey. He has 2 hits in the game now. He's 2 for 3. And an infield single, RBI single in the 2nd inning. Now another knock here. So 1st and 2nd for the Patriots with Yovan Gonzalez up, and that's going to be it for Pat McCoy. Revs manager Mark Mason, a slow walk out to the mound. He has Highland Peguero loose and ready to come in. So he's going to go to the pen. 3 in the 3rd innings for Pat McCoy. He gives up 7 earned runs. The line is not closed on him. Responsible for the 2 runners currently on base. He can lose it. He cannot win it. Revs will go to the bullpen. Pitching change brought to you by Maple Donuts. We'll tell you a little bit more about Highland Peguero when we come back. 7-3 Patriots in front, top of the 4th.
Brimmer has been York's license and notary specialist since 1969. An approved online messenger for PennDOT, it offers registration and driver's license renewals, online title transfers, money orders, and notary service, all with a friendly staff that guarantees your satisfaction. For more information on Brimmer's convenient hours and fast service, call 717-699-1060 in York or visit them on the web at brimmers.com. Brimmer Fast Licensing and Notary Service with 4 convenient locations in York and Lancaster.
Shipley Energy is more than just an energy company. We're a family tradition. Our goal is to provide outstanding customer service and to make energy easy for you. From heating oil and propane to natural gas and electricity, our team can help. We also offer HVAC services, installation, maintenance, and service plans to keep your home safe and comfortable. In addition, our team can improve the quality of water in your home. To learn more, visit ShipleyEnergy.com or call 855-5-SHIPLEY. We make energy easy.
You trust AAA to work at every mile. But AAA doesn't just cover your car. They can also cover your home. AAA Home Insurance protects every square foot. And when you add AAA Home Insurance to AAA Auto Insurance, you get more protection and more savings. Insurance that's not just insurance. Talk to your local AAA insurance agent today or visit AAA.com to learn more about AAA Home Insurance.
This is Paul Fletcher. You're listening to York Revolution Baseball on the home of the Revs, Sports Radio 1350 WOYK. First in York, first in sports.
Highland Piguero takes over for Pat McCoy out of the Revs bullpen. 7-3 Somerset over York, top of the 4th inning. McCoy goes just 3 1/3 innings, gives up 6 hits, not horrible, but the 7 runs, partly because of 4 walks and a hit by pitch. McCoy gave up 2 homers today. He's now given up 4 homers on the season. Piguero inherits first and second. The first pitch he throws is a strike over the heart of the plate to Jovan Gonzalez, the backstop for the Patriots. Gonzalez, the 5-hitter in the Patriots lineup. He'll have runners at first and second with 1 out in the inning. His team already up 4. Patriots looking to salvage a win in this 4-game series. Piguero to the plate, slider across the plate, good one there as Gonzalez comes up empty. It's 0-2. Revs looking for a 4-game sweep. They're looking to go 4 over 500 for just the 2nd time this season. Currently at 31-28. The Patriots at 31-27. No balls and 2 strikes on Gonzalez. He steps out of the box to regroup. The man on second is Rodriguez. He reached on an error by Nick King at short. Massey is on first after a bloop single to left. The 0-2 pitch from Highland. Fastball a little bit low in the zone. Derek Moshe calls it a ball. 1-2 the count now with 1 out in the inning. The Patriots scored in the first inning. They got 1 run there. 5 runs in the second. They sent 11 to the plate. And 1 more in the third. It's not a good day for Pat McCoy on the mound. A hot one out there. A look at second, the 1-2. Slider misses high and tight. It's 2-2. Piguero last pitched on June 29th. It was 2 days ago. Worked a scoreless inning with a walk and a strikeout. He inherits 2 runners here with 1 in scoring position. He's inherited 4 runners this year. Has allowed 3 of them to score. Although 2-2 misses away, blocked in the dirt by Diaz. And it's full. Piguero, after a rough outing in Southern Maryland not too long ago, has enjoyed some recent success. He worked 3 2/3 shutout against Sugarland last Sunday. That was in mop-up duty. He comes in here in only a 4-run game. Wouldn't call that mop-up duty. Just trying to keep it where it is. This is appearance number 26 on the season for him. The 3-2 pitch. Fly ball right field towards the line. Mitchell ranging over. He'll make the grab shy of the track in the corner. Tagging and heading to third is Rodriguez. Throw goes into second. 2 outs in the inning. It'll be a 1st and 3rd situation now for Danny Dorn. So Piguero does a job and gets the first batter he faces out. I mentioned this is appearance number 26 for him. It's his 14th appearance with the Revs. On the season, 1-2 with a 3.81 ERA. 26 innings of work coming in. He's allowed 24 hits, 20 strikeouts, and 15 walks. First and third with 2 down for the Patriots 6-hitter Dorn. Bunt single and a run scored his first time up. Flew out to center last time. That one's blocked in the dirt by Diaz. It's 1-0. 7-3 lead for Somerset. After the Revs swept yesterday's doubleheader. The Revs have really struggled in Saturday games this year, but they picked up 2 Saturday wins yesterday to move to 4-6 on Saturdays this year. They're only 3-8 on Sundays, including 1-5 at home here at Peoples Bank Park. Patriots, meanwhile, are 7-2 on Sundays this year. On the 1-0 pitch, misses outside. It's 2-0 on Dorn. So when you look at those numbers, the fact that the Patriots have really excelled on Sundays, the Revs have not. It's easy to figure out why things are not going the Revs' way here today, but it's far from over. Revs only down 4. 2-0 pitch to Dorn, pops it up, center of the diamond. Nick King looks like he's under it in shallow left center. He doesn't see it. Now Gillies comes racing in. He makes the grab in left center, and the inning is over. Nick King looked like he was under it, but he lost it. Gillies saves the day racing in, and the inning is over. So Peguero strands both runners that he inherits. McCoy's line is officially complete, and we'll go to the bottom of the 4th with the Revs down just 4. It's a 7-3 Patriots lead.
Have you heard? Royal Farms has gotten the national culinary recognition it deserves. Yeah, in Food and Wine magazine's article, 10 gas station foods across the country that are worth the detour, they put Royal Farms' world-famous chicken at the top of the list. Well, we've always known that Royal Farms has the best fried chicken, but now the whole world knows. So hurry into a Royal Farms to pick up some of their nationally recognized world-famous chicken before the world beats a path to their door. Royal Farms, real fresh, real fast.
If you own a tractor-trailer business, then you know the cost of having your rig down instead of on the road. Rivers Truck Center in Red Lion keeps your trucks on the road by providing a one-stop shop for all your trucking needs. Rivers handles full-service truck sales and carries a full line of parts for all makes and models, has their own full-service collision center, and provides 24-hour emergency towing and roadside assistance. Check out riverstruck.com for more info. There's a reason Rivers Truck Center has been in business for over 40 years. They really do care.
It is easy being green. In York County, trash is safely managed at a waste-to-energy facility where it is used as fuel to produce electricity. The electricity generated from trash is enough to power 20,000 homes. That's enough to light the entire city of York. Learn more at www.ycswa.com. Garbage is power.
This is Ryan Dent. You're listening to York Revolution Baseball on the home of the Revs, Sports Radio 1350, WOYK, first in York, first in sports.
Revs trail the Patriots 7-3 in the bottom of the 4th inning. Michael Marcantonini alongside Darrell Henry. Revs going for a 4-game sweep of Somerset here today. They would go to 4 games over 500 if they can pull out this win. But right now, they're down 4 as Nick King gets set to lead off the bottom of the 4th against Dwayne Belo, who's been good through 3 innings. He served up a 3-run homer to Melky Mesa over the arch nemesis in the bottom of the 3rd. And that's how the Revs have clawed their way back in it. First pitch from Belo, swing and a miss from King, a fastball outside corner. King, Diaz, and Gillies, 7, 8, 9 for the Revs in the inning. Belo has 6 strikeouts in the game, got 2 last inning, struck out the side in the 2nd, and then 1 in the 1st. The 0-1 to the Revs shortstop, high and away. King is spelling Ryan Dent at short today. Dent had an excellent doubleheader. He went 5 for 7. It's a double. Drove in 2 runs in the doubleheader as King takes outside. He had a 3-hit game in the nightcap, did Dent. Dent and Travis Witherspoon both 5 for 7 days yesterday. In the night game, Dent went double, single, single his first 3 times up. Now the 2-1 to King, swings through that one, it's 2-2. Well, King has shown defensively he can absolutely hold his own in the field. He did make a throwing error in the top of the 4th, but fielding the ball, he looks good. He's played a little second base as well and third. King swings through a fastball in the outside corner, looking a bit overmatched at the plate, however. So he goes down on strikes there for the second time. Well, here's Roger Diaz, the Revs catcher. When Diaz started Game 1 of the doubleheader yesterday, it was the first time this season that the Revs have used another catcher other than Tyler Clark and Luis Cruz. Those two had split the previous 57 games that the Revs had played. And Diaz takes a strike over the heart of the plate. 0-1 the count with one down in the inning. No one on. Revs trail 7-3. Dwayne Below waiting for the sign from Gonzalez. Now Diaz calls for time. Below is taking a little bit more time than normal to get the sign. Now Diaz will step out, take a practice cut. A no batting gloves approach for Diaz, and it's working. Everything he's doing is working. He's 3 for 4 in the last 2 games. The 0-1, fastball outside. It's 1-1. Diaz, another member of this Revs team under 30 years old. The Revs have a pretty young team this season. He skies this one left side of the diamond, foul territory. The third baseman Francoso shielding the sun, and he makes the grab in foul territory on the warning track. A little bit past the Revs the Patriots dugout. 2 outs here in the 4th. So Diaz, only the second time he's been retired in 2 games. It was his season debut yesterday in Game 1 when he went 2 for 3. He's now 1 for 2 today. That brings up Tyson Gillies, the left fielder. He'll hit with 2 outs and no one on. That was a tough play for Francoso over in foul territory, shielding the sun. Cuevas lost one in the sun earlier that dropped in foul territory. First pitch to Tyson, swing and miss on a fastball in the outer half. It's 0-1. Dorn, the first baseman, creeps up a little bit to the edge of the first base cutout. Everybody else in the infield back deep for the Patriots. Third baseman Francoso way off the third base line. The 0-1 to Tyson, off the hands, fouled into the netting behind home plate. It's 0-2. Patriots lead the Revs 7-3 in the bottom of the 4th. They have 6 hits. The Revs have 5. So it's not like the Revs aren't putting their bat on the ball. They've had some success against Below. Mitchell has 2 hits. Mesa has a 3-run homer. Diaz and Casilla also with hits. The 0-2 to Tyson. Broke his bat. Jam shot out towards second. Below's going to pick it up. Flip underhand to first himself, but he can't get it over there to Dorn in time. Gillies is safe at first. Dorn couldn't handle the underhand flip, and Gillies is going to get an infield single right there. An infield knock for Tyson Gillies. He breaks yet another bat. The barrel went flying. But his speed gets him that knock as he hit it into no man's land. The second baseman, Massey, was back deep. Below, a lefty, falls off the mound towards third base. He had to race and do all he could just to underhand flip over to Dorn at first, but Gillies beat it. It's an infield hit. So with 2 down, back to the top of the order for Spoon. Mentioned his excellent day yesterday in the doubleheader. A double and 4 singles. Scored a run as well. First pitch to Travis. Fastball in the outer half. It's 0-1. Revs trail 7-3, bottom 4. Game 4 of this 4-game series. With the Gillies infield hit, the Revs now have 52 infield hits this season. That's Gillies first. Spoon pops this one up right side of the diamond, foul territory in the infield. Dorn is over in front of the first base coach's box. He makes the grab, and the inning is over. No runs on 1 infield hit, no errors, and a man left for the Revs in the 4th. We'll go to the top of the 5th. Revs still trail the Patriots 7-3.
Hey, it's the good-looking genius at Broadway Transmission. You know what really grinds my gears? Perfectly good cars being thrown away just because the transmission went bad. My mind slips into overdrive when someone says,
I'll just get a new car before I spend that kind of money on a transmission.
What? According to Kelley Blue Book, The average price of a new car is $32 grand. Now you're going to finance that, right? There's another $6 to $8 grand. And if you drive it off the showroom floor, it loses 20% of its value immediately. Don't forget, you also have to pay sales tax, higher insurance rates, title and registration fees, and come up with $600, $700, $800 a month depending on your interest rates for 5 years. And remember, you will still have to pay for the upkeep of the car. Brakes, tires, wipers, fluids, etc. Stop! Trade your transmission, not your car.
Thanks, good-looking genius.
You're welcome, ma'am. Broadway Transmission. We'll get your shift together and save you all that dough. Visit us on the web at BroadwayTrans.com or stop in and see how it's done.
Does your wealth advisor know how you take your coffee? At Smith, Mayer & Little Wealth Advisory Group, we genuinely get to know our clients, from their interests, goals, and dreams, right down to how they like their coffee. By understanding our clients on a personal level, we help them make wise financial decisions. In us, you will find a trusted confidant dedicated to your financial success. Smith, Mayer & Little, a wealth of knowledge about wealth. Get to know us over a cup of coffee or visit us at financialjava.com.
Janney Montgomery Scott LLC, member NYSE, FINRA, and SIPC.
This is Chang Choi, athletic trainer of the York Revolution. You're listening to York Revolution Baseball on the home of the Revs, Sports Radio 1350 WOYK. First in York, first in sports.
Somerset holding a 7-3 lead over York in the top of the 5th inning. Game 4 of a 4-game series in downtown York. Revs have won the first 3. They swept the doubleheader yesterday. It was their second doubleheader sweep of Somerset in franchise history. Their first doubleheader sweep since May 7th, 2016 at Southern Maryland. First home doubleheader sweep since May 4th of 2016 against Bridgeport. A big day yesterday for the Revs, having to dig back through the archives. Kyle Roller leads off the top of the 5th for Somerset. He checks his swing on the first pitch fastball that he sees up in the zone. It's 1-0. Highland Piguero out for a full inning of work now. He got the final 2 outs of the 4th inning. In the relief of Pat McCoy, who went just 3 1/3 innings, gave up 7 runs all earned on 6 hits. And a 1-0 to Roller. Fastball swung on and missed. Low outside corner. It's 1-1. McCoy was just ineffective from the start today. As simple as that. Walked 4, he hit a batter. Did not strike anyone out. Never really got it going. A 1-1. Off the end of the bat. Chopped out to Casilla at second. High hop for him over to Burgess. 1 down here in the 5th. Roller retired here for the first out of inning number 5. Here's Mike Francoso at third base today. Has played left field each of the first 3 games of this series. Left-handed hitter. Average still well over 300. 321 right now. Walked his first time up, flew out to center this last time up as he takes a ball off the plate. It's 1-0. 7 runs on 6 hits, no errors for Somerset. 3 runs on 6 hits, 1 error for York. 1 down in the inning, no one on. And the 8-hitter Francoso takes the ball high. It's 2-0. The 9-man Justin Pacioli waits on deck. Then back to the top if anyone were to reach in the inning. Guerrero out of the windup, the 2-0 pitch. Fastball, it's there, 2-1. Well, who knows how long Highland could go today. He is stretched out to go multiple innings. His longest outing of the year, 3 2/3 against Sugar Land a week ago today. 2-1, off the end of the bat, out to short. Slow roller, King has it. Throws to first, picked by Burgess, and the out is recorded. Well, the 3rd time it's the charm, figured out who's playing short. That's King out there. Nice play by him. A better dig by Burgess at the bag, who continues to play a solid first base. With 2 outs and no one on, here's Justin Pacioli. Piguero's retired the first 4 hitters he's faced. In his outing last Sunday where he went 3 2/3 scoreless, he struck out 5 batters. He had not struck out more than 1 batter in any outing before that. He gets a strike over to Pacioli. It's 0-1. He did allow three inherited runners to score in that game, but those runs were all charged to Matt Vogel, who started last Sunday. Count now 1-1 on Pacioli. Peguero's 1-1, fouled back behind home plate, 1-2. Pacioli started in center field in Game 2 yesterday, went 0 for 4. Started in right field in Game 1. He was in the 2-hole for that game, went 1 for 3 with a single, 2 stolen bases, and 2 strikeouts. Came in as a pinch runner on Friday night. Now, on the hands, shot the other way out to second. Casilla gobbles it up, throws to first. And it's a 1-2-3 inning for Highland Peguero. He's retired all 5 batters he's faced, 2 flyouts, 3 groundouts. And we go to the bottom of the 5th with the Revs still down just 4. It's the Patriots 7 and the Revs 3.
You know, something funny happens when people buy their dream home. They can both look at the same thing and see it in an entirely different way. He sees a man cave, while she sees an art room.
Hi, my name is Ryan Scott with J.G. Wentworth Home Lending, and this has become a common theme from our happy customers. With our competitive rates, quick process, and close-on-time guarantee, why would you choose another mortgage company to finance your dreams? Call us today at 855-JGW-LEND so we can get you on your path towards home ownership.
J.G. Wentworth Home Lending will take care of all the details of purchasing your home so you can focus on what to do once you move in. You know, will that great backyard be a beautiful garden? Or a beautiful new pool? Yeah, that's one detail we'll leave up to you. Call 855-JGW-LEND today. Mortgage loans offered by J.G. Wentworth Home Lending, LLC, 3550 Commission Court, Woodbridge, Virginia, NMLS ID 2925, NMLSConsumerAccess.org, Equal Housing Lender.
I'm a chef. Pleasing my patrons' palates is paradise. But lately, when I hear a cheer from the dining room, it's Keno from the Pennsylvania Lottery. Sure, it could be my veggie lasagna, but chances are it's customers picking numbers to win cash with drawings every 4 minutes. Keno's fun, exciting, and you can enjoy it as an appetizer or a main course. Hey, everything tastes better with winning. Keno, it's here. Played at your favorite bar or restaurant.
Players must be 18 or older. Please play responsibly. Benefits older Pennsylvanians every day.
Listen live, on demand, and on the go. Download the new WOYK app on the Apple and Google Play stores today.
Dwayne Belo back out for another inning of work. Top of the 6th inning, 7-3 lead for Somerset over York. Alexi Casilla, Jared Mitchell, Melky Mesa 2-3-4 to face Belo, who's allowed just 3 runs through 4 innings so far. Casilla from the right side takes a strike. It's 0-1. Alexi popped out his first time up, singled and scored a run in the 3rd on Mesa's homer. He'll hit with an 0-1 count now. Corners up a little bit on Casilla. Threat to bunt. Has good speed. He takes way inside there. Fastball up in around the hands. Casilla hops out of the batter's box to get out of the way. Count evens up at 1. Somerset in front by 4. Could be worse. It was 7 through the first 2.5 innings of this game. And the 1-1 from Dwayne misses high and away. This is Belo's 3rd start of the season against York. He's given up more runs today than he has in his first 2 starts against the Revs combined. 11 innings, 1 run, 1 earned run against them coming into today. Casilla swings and misses at a tight slider there, and he's in a 2-strike call now, 2-2. Below, a 4-pitch pitcher, 4-seam fastball, also has a cutter, a changeup, and a 12-6 curve. The Revs have seen mostly fastball. Not a ton of curveballs either. The 2-2. Fastball misses high. Casilla's worked the count full. .43 total Major League appearances for Dwayne Belo. 2-5 with 45 strikeouts and 73 Major League innings. Casilla lifts this one foul down the left field line. Really hooked that one. One's way out of the stadium. The count remains 3-2. No outs, bottom of the 5th. Revs trail by 4. It's a 7-3 lead for Somerset. Somerset came into this series with a chance to clinch as early as today. The Revs have won the first 3 games of this series and pushing back their potential earliest clinch date. Now the 3-2 pitch to Casilla, fouled off again, right side. It's full again. Somerset's magic number to win the first half is 4 right now. So any combination of their wins and New Britain B's losses will clinch their first half championship. But the earliest they can now clinch is Tuesday in Southern Maryland because of what the Revs have done here the first 2 days and 3 games of this series. 3-2 on Casilla as he calls for time. Wind blowing a little bit out to left today. The flag is normally blowing the other way towards right. 3-2 to Casilla, flipped foul out of play, getting into the seats down the right field line. Alexi really hanging here in the inning, and far from over in this one, Darryl. 7-3, we know how quickly the Revs offense can get going. We know how they can come from behind and win ball games.
Yes, and the ball is flying today too, so get a couple base runners on, you could be right back in it.
Another 3-2 pitch coming to Casilla with no outs. Here it is. Hard hit ground ball to second, but Massey has it. Throws over to first base. Dorn is there. Casilla's down. So he sees, what did he see? 7-8 pitches in that AB?
Yeah, and good job by all these guys of being down big early but not giving at bats away, grinding, trying to get on. They've got to be dead tired and fighting through it. And they haven't been able to give a lot of guys days off on this stretch due to injuries and whatnot, and you're wrapping up 3 weeks in a row here today.
Here's Jared Mitchell with 1 out and no one on. He shows bunt, pops it up over our heads in the press box. Brian, our official scorer, was ready. That one lands in front of us now after going off the roof. 0-1 on Mitchell. He's 2 for 2 with a pair of singles today, both to right field. He got a day off on Friday night, night off. An early shower last night for Mitchell, was ejected into the 7th inning of the nightcap. He was hitless in the doubleheader. The 0-1, he shows bunt again, but pulls back. That pitch is low. Counts 1-1. Mitchell trying to start something. Even if he doesn't really want to bunt here, he's at least pulled Dorn over at first base in. He's gotten Francoso's attention over at third. Below set the 1-1 pitch. Mitchell not showing bunt. He takes low again. It's 2-1. Below looking to preserve this 7-3 lead for the Patriots and get through 5. Dwayne has gone at least 5 innings in every start since his May 15th start, where he went 6. That was his 3rd start of the year. He's gone at least 5 in every one since. Mitchell takes high there. It's 3-1. The only 2 times this year where Below didn't go at least 5 are May 2nd and May 8th. He went 3 and 4 innings respectively. Everything after, he's been durable. 3-1 on Jared. 1 out in the inning, no one on. The pitch, fastball grounded to first, backhanded by Dorn on 2 hops. He'll flip to Dwayne Below covering first base. And Mitchell's retired for the first time today. He's now 2 for 3. Back-to-back ground outs for Below in the inning. That brings up Melky Mesa, who homered to left his last time up. Absolutely no doubt about it last time, Darryl.
Now, it's amazing because he's not at full strength yet. He seems to be getting better. But the more and more we've seen him here of late, even though it's only the DH role, you realize when you look around the league what an impact hitter he is in the middle of the order for the Revs. And he's been hot, and even though he hasn't been able to play defense yet, I mean, he's helped this team so much just hitting.
Average up to .331 for Mesa, 5 homers, 23 RBI. First pitch is a ball low and away. It's 1-0. Mesa came into the day hitting .326. The average continues to creep. He was 4 for 11 in this series coming into today with 4 RBI. He now has 7 RBI in the series and 4 runs scored. 1-0, swinging a miss at a fastball. He was 7 for 17 with a homer, 2 RBI, and 5 runs scored. The road series against the Ducks before the home series here. This was a guy that was playing in Mexico last year but didn't play a lot. Mesa takes low, it's 2-1. So really his last full season was 2016 when he was in the Blue Jays system. But he has been a force in the middle of this Revs lineup this year. So hit with the 2-1 count.
If he keeps playing every day, I mean, he'll get enough at bats to qualify for that top 10, and he'd be right there in the thick of it right now.
2-1 to Mesa. Hot shot out to short, backhanded by Rodriguez. High hop, long throw to first from the outfield grass, and Mesa beats it. An infield knock for Melky Mesa. His second hit of the day. And with 2 down, that brings up Michael Burgess.
Just keeps raking, and that's twice in as many games. We talk about that quad. Twice in as many games where he's legged out an infield hit. Earlier this week, seeing him take an extra base or 2 at Long Island, I cringed, but he is looking better and better the more that he has to bust it.
Here's Burgess with a man on 2 outs. First pitch to him is a fastball low in the zone for a strike. So Mesa's reached safely all 3 times today. A walk, a homer, and a single. I mentioned Mesa not a lot of time last year in Mexico. Only played 2 games in the league that year. 0-1 to Burgess. Fastball misses off the plate. In 2016, Mesa played a little over 70 games in the Blue Jays system. So, Darryl, we're talking about a guy who really just did not get a lot of ABs at all last year.
Now, he had some injury situations before, but it's really been a big factor here.
1-1 to Mike. He fouls that one into the netting behind home. It's 1-2. Well, the injury problems for him have carried into this year, but he's been able to work through them.
Yeah, initially it was a cold night where the hamstring grabbed on him. That was the first thing, and I mean, if he can stay healthy in the second half, you can be really excited about what kind of production he might give this team.
Revs trail 7-3, bottom 5. Below stares down Burgess. Looks at first. 1-2 pitch coming up from Dwayne. Here it is. Fly ball center field. Not deep. Bourbon over in left center. He camps under it. He makes the grab, and the inning is over. So for the second straight inning, the Revs get a 2-out base runner on an infield hit, but they strand him. No runs on 1 hit, no errors, and a man left. We've played 5 full from downtown York. The Revs still trail 7-3. We'll go to the top of the 6th next on Sports Radio 1350 WOYK.
As you clean it out, keep in mind Community Aid's looking for your lucky leftovers. After you wrap up your yard sale, donate what's left over at your closest Community Aid Drive-Up Donation Center. They're attached to each of Community Aid's incredible thrift stores in our area. Hanover, Harrisburg, Lancaster, Mechanicsburg, and Selinsgrove. Community Aid wants your lucky leftovers to help more than 750 local charities. Learn more at communityaid.net. But don't forget, give your lucky leftovers to Community Aid. Neighbors helping neighbors.
Carmen Fusco Pro Baseball and Softball Academy in New Cumberland offers a variety of lesson plans for every budget. Owner Carmen Fusco has 38 years of Major League Baseball experience, and our staff is made up entirely of professional instructors, including Carmen Fusco, Sam Knott, TJ Cronenberger, and Lisa Baker. We offer one-on-one private instruction, camps and clinics, and year-round travel ball programs focused on developing the player. We differ from other facilities because we offer professional instruction with Major League Baseball techniques. We also provide free college placement for our athletes. Conveniently located off I-83 between Harrisburg and York, check out Carmen Fusco Pro Baseball and Softball Academy in New Cumberland, and go online to fuscoprobaseball.com.
Sports injury? Walk into WellSpan Urgent Orthopedics for immediate care. No appointment is ever needed. Our orthopedic and sports medicine specialists are here to treat you. Visit wellspan.org/urgent orthopedics today for hours at our York and Hanover locations.
Hey, this is Jacoby Jones, Super Bowl champ, Dancing with the Stars. If y'all didn't vote for me, it's y'all fault I lost, but you're listening to the radio. WOYK 1350, baby.
Top of the sixth from Peoples Bank Park. Michael Marcantony and Darrell Henry with you on the call. Devin Watts out of the bullpen for the Revs, the young right-hander who was previously in the Atlanta Braves system before coming to York this season. He'll take over for Highland Peguero, who worked 1 2/3 innings scoreless. He retired all 5 batters he faced from the second out of the 4th inning to the final out of the 5th inning. Did a good job coming in relief of Pat McCoy, who went just 3 1/3 innings today, gave up 7 runs on 6 hits. As the Patriots lead at 7-3 in the top of inning number 6. It'll be the top of the order to face Devin Watts, Bourbon, Chavez, and Rodriguez, 1, 2, 3. Julio Bourbon will lead things off. He drove in a run with a hit-by-pitch, a bases-loaded hit-by-pitch in the second. Flew out to right in the first, grounded back to the pitcher McCoy in the third. Now Watts, the third pitcher of the day for the Revs, will make another appearance for this team. Mooresville, North Carolina native. 6 foot, 205-pound right-hander. Just 23 years of age. Here he is against Bourbon. Third baseman Cuevas creeps in. Bourbon swings at the first pitch, drives one out to deep right center field. Spoon back on the track. He makes the grab, lightly crashing into the wall for out number 1. A nice play by Spoon. That's a ball where he tracked all the way, but at the last minute had to leap a little bit. Not a robbed homer, but it was on the warning track out there. He did hit the wall. That's a 1-pitch loud out number 1 for Devin Watts.
Yeah, it's carrying to all fields today. I mean, Bourbon's got some pop. I didn't think it was going to go that far, though. But those LED boards don't feel well, but Witherspoon, a nice grab.
Breaking ball out on the corner to Chavez. It's 0-1. 7-3 lead for Somerset. Top of the 6th inning. Watts is looking to work through this 6th. The 0-1 pitch. Liner out to short. Nick King has it on a little bit of a leap right there. 2 up, 2 down for Watts. 2 hard hit outs for Bourbon and Chavez. But nonetheless, they are outs for Devin. He's retired the first 2 he's faced. Now the 3-hitter Alfredo Rodriguez. Well, Darrell, the bullpen's done exactly what Mark Mason and company have needed them to do today.
Yep.
7 up, 7 down for Peguero and Watts combined.
Keep it close. Give the offense a chance to chip away. That's their job going forward.
First pitch to Rodriguez, a slider down and away.
Something that they did most of last Sunday, but in the late innings it got away.
1-0, fastball out. It's 2-0. This is Watts' 5th appearance of the season for the Revs. No record with a 3.60 ERA. He's worked 5 innings, allowed 6 hits with 5 strikeouts and 3 walks. Just 1 extra base hit. It was a double. Grounder out to short. King has it, rounds it, throws to first low. Burgess has it though. And it's a 1-2-3 inning for Devin Watts. How about the job that the Revs bullpen has done? 8 up, 8 down in relief. And we'll go to the bottom of the 6th inning with the Revs still down just 4. It's the Patriots 7 and the Revs 3.
Money and business are essential to the strength of a community. So is cheering and celebration and music and fun. That's why York Revolution games, concerts, youth sports, special events, and more happen at a place called Peoples Bank Park. Peoples Bank has been serving York County for more than 150 years. Always cheering, always celebrating, always committed to the things that make York County great. And to you having a great time at Peoples Bank Park. Peoples Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Planning your next visit to York? Book your stay at Courtyard by Marriott. Conveniently situated near local businesses, shopping, dining, downtown, and local attractions, Courtyard by Marriott features a state-of-the-art lobby, inviting flexible spaces to work or relax, free Wi-Fi, our well-equipped fitness center, and a bistro offering healthy options and refreshing choices, including Starbucks and an evening bar. Your stay is sure to be more comfortable, productive, and enjoyable than ever before. Courtyard by Marriott, 2799 Concord Road in York. Book your stay at 717-840-7840.
You'll always hit it out of the park with great Best Yet products from your neighborhood SureSave stores. Like party platters with $18.93 deli items. Team up Best Yet hot dogs with Best Yet kettle cooked chips. And get Best Yet 12 packs of soda and Best Yet Rising Crust pizzas at Sobel's Markets in Shrewsbury, Stewartstown, Whiteford, and East York. And at Nell's Market Fresh Foods in Spry.
Hi, this is United States Olympic gold medalist Jenny Finch. You're listening to York Revolution Baseball on Sports Radio 1350. WOYK. First in York, first in sports.
Moving along here on a hot Sunday afternoon in downtown York. Revs trail the Patriots 7-3. Jose Cuevas, Nick King, and Roger Diaz 6-7-8 for the Revs in the bottom of the sixth against Dwayne Below, who's been excellent today. He's given up 3 runs, but they came on one swing. Melky Mesa tanked a 3-run homer over the arch nemesis and left. The Revs are out hitting Somerset 7-6, but Somerset took advantage of 4 walks and a hit batter from Pat McCoy. The Revs bullpen has held the Pats in check, though. 8 up, 8 down for Peguero and Watts. First pitch to Cuevas is a strike on the outer half, and I guess we're back to that, Darryl, that outside strike call.
Man. Yeah. Sometimes.
Cuevas with an open stance, ready for the 0-1 from Below. Here's the pitch. Hard hit grounder to short, backhanded by Rodriguez. Jump Jeter throw to first. It's in time. Heck of a play by Rodriguez out at short. Dorn the stretch over at first. An accurate throw on the jump throw. And on 2 pitches, Jose Cuevas is sent down on a bang-bang play.
Yeah, that was pretty. Jeter was better at that than he has been so far as being an executive.
Can't disagree. He set a high standard for himself with his playing career, though.
Yeah.
Well, here's Nick King. He shows bunt. He bunts for a hit down the third base line, but foul. It's 0-1. Well, Jose Cuevas, maybe not robbed of a hit there. I mean, that's a play that Rodriguez, I'm sure he says he should make all the time. But he did hit it hard. It did take that jump throw to get Cuevas at first. But Jose is coming in. He was hitting .467 over his last 4, so things are turning around for him at the plate. King shows bunt again, pulls back, takes outside. It's 1-1. Mike Antonini, the left-hander for the Patriots, loosening up in the bullpen. He's looking at his first action of the series.
It's your boy.
That is my boy. Almost have the same name. On the 1-1 to King, swing and a miss.
He's just missing a mark.
Yes, he is. I mean, between Mike Antonini and you've been telling me about former Rev Mike DeMarc, I think we got it covered. 1 ball and 2 strikes on King, 1 out, no one on. Pitch, fastball low and away. And I think King was a little surprised he didn't get rung up there. Derek Moshe called it a ball. 2-2. So Antonini warming up for the Patriots. Mark Antonini in the booth for the Revs is always warm. I'm always ready to go.
No doubt about that.
2-2 now on King. Here's the pitch. Line drive into center field right at Julio Borbon, though he makes the grab. And King is retired. Out number 2 here in the 6th. Going to bring up Roger Diaz. A hard hit ball from King, but he comes up empty. He avoided striking out for the 3rd time against Below.
That's a good swing. Hard back up the middle. Nothing wrong with that.
Here's Diaz, who's 3 for 5 in his brief 2-game career with the Revs. Made his team debut in Game 1 yesterday. First pitch to him is a breaking ball in for a strike. Well, that was a cutter right there. It's 0-1. Diaz playing in the Empire Professional League before joining the Revs. And the 0-1, swing and a miss there. Change up low in the zone. It's 0-2. Well, he came to the Revs at a time of need when Tyler Clark was banged up with the thumb injury. He eventually went on the DL. Revs needed a second catcher to go with Luis Cruz. And Diaz has done a good job, pretty good job behind the plate. He's done a better job at the plate. Revs trail by 4. It's 7-3 Pats, bottom 6. 0-2 to Roger. Flip foul out of play, and he stays alive. Roger continues to fight there in the box. Not tall by any stretch. 5'9", 200. From Maracay, Venezuela. The 0-2 to Diaz, swing and a miss. Cutter up in the zone. Good one there from Bilo. And he's through 6 strong innings. He's allowed just 3 runs. And after 6 full, the Patriots have held on to their 7-3 lead. We'll go to the top of the 7th. Darrell Henry taking back over on the play-by-play. Revs still down just 4, though, on this Sunday afternoon.
Rutter's has all your favorite seafood options. Tavern battered cod sandwich, crispy fried shrimp with bada bing dipping sauce, flavorful crab and corn chowder, just to name a few. Rutter's Seafood. One try and you'll be hooked. Rutter's. Why go anywhere else for seafood?
Planning your summer vacation? Looking to take care of those long overdue home improvements? Hello, I'm Tara Hauser, Vice President of Marketing at First Capital Federal Credit Union. Make all your dreams come true with a home equity loan from First Capital FCU. For a limited time, take advantage of a 7-year home equity loan of $10,000 or more with an annual percentage rate as low as 3.99%. Visit firstcapitalfcu.com or stop by any branch to apply. First Capital, putting you first. Federally insured by NCUA. Equal housing lender.
First Capital Federal Credit Union.
Columbia Gas of Pennsylvania delivers natural gas to 423,000 customers. Our commitment is to do it reliably, efficiently, and most importantly, safely. If you smell, hear, or see any sign of a natural gas problem, evacuate immediately and call 911 from a safe location. The most obvious indication of a problem in your home would be a rotten egg odor. For more information on natural gas safety, visit ColumbiaGasPA.com. Columbia Gas of Pennsylvania, reminding you about natural gas safety.
Rutter's Hot Dog Extravaganza is here. Rutter's Kunzler Hot Dogs and brand new corn dogs are only 2 for $2. Our amazing Kunzler Bacon Wrapped Cheddar Dogs and sausages are only 2 for $4. Earn 2 cents on fuel for every deal purchased. Must scan rewards card. Rutter's, why go anywhere else?
You're on the home of the Atlantic League champion York Revolution. Sports Radio 1350 WOYK, York.
Head of the 7th inning, Revs bullpen looking to keep this where it is. 7-3, Somerset leading. Peguero 5 up, 5 down. Watts a 1-2-3-6. He will work a 2nd inning here as Craig Massey leads things off. Massey 2 for 3, RBI infield hit back in the 2nd inning today. Maybe the middle third of the Patriots' order against Watts. Here comes set, he's ready to go. First pitch of the inning is a fastball for a strike. On our York Mitsubishi out-of-town scoreboard, everything else is later. New Britain hosting Southern Maryland, Long Island hosting the Road Warriors. It's the 0-1, and a swing and a foul back over the roof. And Sugarland hosting Lancaster to wrap up that 7-game series. Skeeters have won 5 of 6, 4 in a row. And believe it or not, the big lead Lancaster once had, if Sugarland wins tonight, they clinch in the first half. Last night's win clinched the head-to-head tiebreaker. And if they win tonight, Lancaster cannot come back and finish ahead of them. Watts is ready. They want it high. Pitch is high, but Massey doesn't swing. And Lancaster this week has the Road Warriors. Sugarland is here. There's the 1-2. And a ground ball, second base. Down to Inigo's Casilla. Back up to throw, and he got him at first. 1 down. And Watts continues to set him down.
This is really a convincing performance we've seen from the Revs bullpen so far. Hyland Peguero, doesn't matter if he comes in with the lead or if you're down, you're confident in him to get outs. And Devin Watts, who has looked pretty good so far in his brief Revs career, it's good to see him getting some outs here in this game and keeping it a 4-run game.
Here is Jovan Gonzalez, slider missing away. Gonzalez 1 for 2, doubled, scored in the second, also a bases loaded walk that inning. Somerset goes to Southern Maryland after this. It's the 1-0. Ooh, inside, Gonzalez spins away. Watts pretty good velo, 91 on that heater. And for Somerset, it's an 8-game road trip to close their first half. And they're trying to hang on. The 2-0, and there's a fastball for a strike, 92. Now, even if New Britain does not come all the way back, and they will be at Long Island while Somerset is at Southern Maryland. The 2-1, and a line drive center field. Witherspoon going back, but he is there, tracks it down deep toward left center by a couple of steps, and that's out number 2. Now, New Britain may yet come back and still have a couple big series this week, one for each contender to determine that, but regardless, they have become a real factor this year. Here's Danny Dorn, who's 1 for 3, bunt single in the second. First pitch is just outside, as Watts rushed that one up to 93 on the first pitch fastball. 7-3 Somerset here in the 7th. Watts the 1-0, and backdoor slider. There's a called strike. He's got good feel, good command of everything here today. Keeping it down for the most part. Couple flyouts. Here's the 1-1, and he missed upstairs there. 7 runs, just 6 hits. No errors for Somerset. 3 runs, 7 hits, 1 error for York. Pitch, and a foul back off the netting. 2-2. Revs off tomorrow. Sugarland comes in for 3 on Tuesday, and maybe by then they will already be smelling like champagne. Maybe we won't have to tarp the clubhouse downstairs.
That'd be nice.
Pitch is fouled off over the third base roof.
And then you figure at that point, with 3 days left in the first half, if they've already clinched, the Revs could maybe steal a couple wins. That that clinch hangover that teams usually feel a couple days after.
And that would suit. Watts the pitch, and a ground ball pulled right side, base hit. First base runner against the Revs bullpen today. It's a single for Dorn. Revs relievers had combined to retire 10 straight, 5 each from Peguero and Watts.
Not quite close enough to the 17 in a row retired by the Revs as a team on June 9th against Long Island. 3 pitchers combined for that, but the record for consecutive hitters retired in a game this season for the Revs by a reliever was Zach Groats. He did it on May 8th at Southern Maryland, so the 10 beats that, but 2 pitchers, not 1.
Here's Kyle Roller. He looks at a slider for a strike. By the way, Groats has gotten off to a great start in the Mets system. Roller 1 for 2, sac fly, and a home run. Pitch is fouled back to the net. Now Watts jumps ahead on him. Now the pitch, and it misses outside. Groats in 2 starts for Columbia. The Fireflies 1-0 with a 2.30 ERA. No walks, 14 Ks. Here's a swing and a miss, a K for Watts. On a slider, he fans Roller swinging, and 2 shutout innings for the Revs' young right-hander Devin Watts. A 2-out single, all that he allows. We go to the stretch here at Peoples Bank Park. Patriots 7, Revs 3.
You'll always hit it out of the park with great Best Yet products from your neighborhood SureSave stores. Like party platters with $18.93 deli items. Team up Best Yet hot dogs with Best Yet kettle cooked chips. And get Best Yet 12 packs of soda and Best Yet Rising Crust pizzas at Saubles Markets in Shrewsbury, Stewartstown, Whiteford, and East York. And at Nell's Market Fresh Foods in Spry.
Facing a legal issue can be a frightening time. What's my course of action? How do I know who to call? Fortunately, the York County Bar Association makes it easy. Now, you only need to make one call to find the right lawyer for you. Call the York County Bar Association and let us help you find the right lawyer with our Attorney Connection Lawyer Referral Service. Just call 854-8755 or visit yorkbar.com. Don't hesitate in getting the help you need. Contact the York County Bar Association and let us help you find the right attorney at the right time.
You trust AAA to work at every mile. But AAA doesn't just cover your car. They can also cover your home. AAA Home Insurance protects every square foot. And when you add AAA Home Insurance to AAA Auto Insurance, you get more protection and more savings. Insurance that's not just insurance. Talk to your local AAA insurance agent today or visit AAA.com to learn more about AAA Home Insurance.
Hi, this is Mark Mason. You're listening to York Revolution Baseball on the home of the Revs, Sports Radio 1350, WOYK.
Bottom of the seventh, 7-3 Somerset. Very nice job by Devin Watts following Piguero. And now for Somerset, it is Mike Antonini, the lefty, Michael's close relative, taking over. Pitching change brought to you by Maple Donuts. What do you think he is, Michael? Cousin?
We might have to go back in the family tree and see if somewhere the mark got cut off on his part of the tree. It's like a branch falling off a tree. Maybe they cut off the mark. Who knows? But maybe a distant cousin, related the Italian heritage somewhere.
First pitch to Gillies from the lefty. It's fouled back and out of play. You taking selfies with him from the booth here?
Had to. Mark Antonini and Mike Antonini.
Just he didn't know he was in the picture.
No, he didn't. He did not.
Gillies today 1 for 2, an infield hit. Antonini kicks and deals, and a foul tip back to the net. Fastball at 90. Kind of a deliberate delivery. It almost lulls you in, and then really quick stride and arm action. Dwayne Bilo went 6, giving up 3 runs, all on Mesa's home run. 7 hits, 1 walk, 8 strikeouts. It was the 0-2. And it misses in the dirt. He threw 100 pitches, 74 strikes, only 26 balls. Witherspoon and Casilla do this inning as well. Antonini with the wind and the pitch. And a swing and a miss. Slider away, gets Gillies. 1 down here in the bottom of the 7th. He's been one of the best lefty relievers in the league this year. 2-2, 1.52 ERA. In 19 outings, he now has 26 Ks to 8 walks in 24 innings. Only 12 hits allowed. Won every other inning. Opponents hitting 154. Here's Spoon. First pitch, a swing and a miss. A changeup kept down. Witherspoon 0 for 3 today. Patriots trying to salvage one and end their 4-game skid. They've been in first every day. It's the 0-1, and it misses outside. They are flirting with it getting away. They are trying to hang on. Lancaster has had it get away, and now they need a borderline miracle to come back. Sugarland has stormed ahead in that race. The pitch, swing and a miss, a high fastball. I mean, Lancaster is going to need, if they're going to need to win today, obviously, it's a must win. And then they need the Revs to beat Sugarland this week. Their backs are to the wall. There's the wind and the pitch. And a half swing. Witherspoon lofts it foul down the right side. Antonini, 32 years old, from Aston, PA. Do you have anybody there, Michael?
No, no one in Aston. That's I believe that's Delaware County. I'm in Montgomery County.
So we'll have to do a little further digging.
Yeah, we're going to have to do some.
That's not the clue. Pitch is in the dirt, 2 balls and 2 strikes.
Well, I have most of my family in this, in the States is from more so central PA. I think it's central PA, the Pocono area.
Yeah.
If you know of Hazleton, and then that's my mom's side up there. Then my dad's side, well, he's originally from Lebanon, but Pennsylvania, not the country.
We talked about that when I dragged you to Pottstown or Pottsville,
that's right,
or whatever.
Something Potts we were in, I mean.
Here's a swinging a foul tip into the mitt of Gonzalez, a strikeout. Antonini has struck out the first 2 that he's faced, 2 down in the 7th.
You talk about the middle of nowhere when we went to that basketball game.
And we did get turned around once or twice. I will admit. Here's Casilla, who's 1 for 3, singled and scored in the 3rd. 7-3 Patriots. The pitch shortens, but takes a 2-seamer for a strike. Really good depth on that pitch.
A little bit off the plate right there.
Yeah, I don't think Alexi was thrilled. It was the 0-1, and he misses in the dirt with it. It actually might have been a splitter from Antonini. It's listed as having 4 seams, slider, and split. Lefty winds and delivers and misses high with it. Last year he was starting but on an innings limit. He did dominate, but didn't get fully turned loose. Now he's in relief this year. Here's the 2-1 and a ground ball to shortstop. Rodriguez to his right to get in front of it. He'll pump and fire and gets Casilla at first. 1-2-3, 7th inning for Mike Antonini. We go to the 8th here this afternoon. Somerset 7, York 3.
Everything you've worked for may be facing a hostile takeover, but step outside the boardroom and look around. Not taking care of business right now could leave you dealing with a hostile takeover by crabgrass later this summer. And broadleaf weeds are just beneath the surface, ready to take their share of your turf too. Prevent hostile takeovers. Call Heritage Lawn and Landscape Care and give your lawn a good, healthy start this year. Heritage Lawn can apply crabgrass pre-emergent and quality fertilizer now to fortify your lawn for later. HeritageLawnandLandscape.com. World-class care right in your backyard.
Neighbors not so neighborly anymore? Sick of the size of your current home? Is renting feeling like a relentless waste of money? Agent Adam knows the feeling. With a 100% contract-to-close track record, Agent Adam and Housebroker Realty will sell your home quickly and help you buyers explore new home ownership with confidence. Go to agentadamsells.com or call 717-757-9999 and ask for Agent Adam personally. That's agentadamsells.com or 717-757-9999.
Money and business are essential to the strength of a community. So is cheering and celebration and music and fun. That's why York Revolution games, concerts, youth sports, special events, and more happen at a place called People's Bank Park. People's Bank has been serving York County for more than 150 years. Always cheering, always celebrating, always committed to the things that make York County great. And to you having a great time at People's Bank Park. People's Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Hi, this is Enoe Polanco, and you're listening to Your Revolution Baseball on the home of the revolution, Sport Radio 1350 WOYK.
Head of the 8th, Zach Treese takes over. Pitching change brought to you by Maple Donuts. Revs trail 7-3. Treese will follow Piguero, who went an inning and 2/3. Watts, who went 2. Revs bullpen a great job to keep the Patriots where they are. Treese was in the game here Friday night, scoreless 7th inning in a game that was tied at the time. And for Zach now, over his last 17 outings, just 5 earned runs. 2.18 ERA going back to May 4th. Now he will face Mike Francoso up first, 0 for 2 with a walk and a run. And Pacioli and Bourbon this inning. Sugarland in Tuesday night. Severino will start that one. 6:30. Here's the first one from Treese. It's inside off the glove of Diaz. Wednesday, it is a 5 p.m. start. July 4, York, presented by York Traditions Bank. Post-game fireworks presented by Gladfelder Insurance, featuring a patriotic concert and a human cannonball that day. The pitch, breaking ball hooks over for a strike. We'll be on at 4:40. Lots going on in the plaza that day. If you get a game ticket, if you're in here for the game, pitch from Treese is a little low, you are guaranteed your seat should you wish to remain in it for the fireworks, and it is the big York County Fireworks Spectacular, as it's been for the past several years right here. Here's a foul tip back to the backstop. The only difference is this year, a game precedes it for the first time ever since the show moved to York.
Well, that's going to be a good time.
Or to the stadium, I should say, since it moved here.
Get the game in a little earlier, some fireworks after. They do a great job here with the fireworks show. I'm sure it's even better for the 4th of July. It'll be my first experience here.
2-2, breaking ball, called third strike. Zach Treese sets him down. One out here in the 8th. Yeah, it'll be huge. And after the game ends, more folks will be permitted in to fill the entire facility. In years past, they've hosted it here while the Revs have been on the road, but this year will combine the best of both worlds. Here's Pacioli, who's 0 for 2 with a walk and a run. Thursday night to close the homestand, it's Sandlot night. Pitch is down low, 1-0.
That's going to be awesome. I am a big fan of that promo.
Same.
Are we going to be throwing out lines from the movies on the broadcast all night?
Without question. Here's the breaking ball. That's a called strike, 1-1. I don't think we'll be able to avoid it. We were doing that earlier today already. Treese the pitch, and a line drive toward the big wall in left field. Gillies will play the carom about 3/4 of the way up. Right down to him, though, and he fires a strike to second. It holds Pacioli to a single just left of the Wellspan Health sign, right between Wellspan and the 1741 club banner. 1 out base runner. We get to the top of the order, and Julio Bourbon. And you get your tickets at YorkRevolution.com. After that, the Revs go to Southern Maryland for the weekend, and then the All-Star break. Sounds like tomorrow the league will announce who has been selected. And then they're back home next Friday, July 13th, against the Ducks. First pitch to Bourbon is in for a strike. Thursday ends the first half. Friday at Southern Maryland begins the second half, then the break, and then back home the following Friday, July 13th. Here's a move to first. Pacioli dives back. Bourbon 0 for 3, does have an RBI on a bases loaded hit by pitch. Broke into the majors in 09 with Texas. He hit .312. Pitch, breaking ball. He got jammed, popped it up. A looper to short. King waits, drifting right, and squeezes it. 2 down.
Bourbon was a big prospect with the Rangers coming up, and they were really excited about him. He had some good production there in his time with the Rangers.
He's a first rounder in 07 out of University of Tennessee. He got called up 2 years later and was in the World Series in his second big league season against Jonathan Sanchez, San Francisco Giants. Here's Endy Chavez, who takes a strike. Jonathan helped the Giants to their first ever World Series win since moving to San Fran in 1958. Chavez 0 for 3, a sac fly. Treese misses down and away to him. 1 ball, 1 strike. It's a 7-3 Patriot lead here in the 8th. Revs fans probably even more excited about second half prospects after seeing Sanchez start yesterday as Treese throws over. That was dominating. And even if the win streak ends today, they're starting to do what Revs teams in the past have done. Here's a slider way in, goes to the backstop as Chavez had to jump back and avoid being hit. Pacioli had started running for second before Treese threw home. They couldn't get his attention. And it'll be a stolen base as he does advance to second on it. Now Treese and Diaz will chat briefly, make sure they're on the same page with signs. It's Pacioli's 9th steal of the year and 9 tries. In his Somerset career, he is now 44 for 46 in stolen base attempts.
Picks his right time to go.
Here's a broken bat liner slicing into shallow left center for a hit. And that steal will help them put up an insurance run. Pacioli around third to score. And it is 8-3. RBI single for Chavez. The bulk of the bat ended up in the first base coach's box. That thing snapped in two, and he filleted it right over. Kings had it short. Gets that insurance run home.
Well, the streak wasn't going to last forever for the Revs bullpen, but they still have done a good job today, keeping Somerset off the board after the first 3 innings, specifically just 2 runs after that 5-run second.
Now the K-man, Rodriguez. First pitch slider. It is a strike. Rodriguez 1 for 3. Homered in the first. He's also reached on a walk. There's the stretch, the pitch. Breaking ball. Strike 2 called. No Treese ahead quickly. Patriots do have further bullpen activity. Looks like Antonini will go 1. Treese steals, and a breaking ball hooks off the plate away.
2 strikes,
By the way, tomorrow on the off day, Baltimore baseball show at 6. There's the pitch, and a slider breaks wide, appeal to first, no swing.
Can't wait, Darryl.
Yeah, you'll be helping Dan put that together tomorrow. I expect you to know everything about the Orioles by the time you're done.
Well, there haven't been many wins. Manny Machado is still there.
You sound like an expert already. Ooh, this one slipped, went behind Rodriguez back. Clear to the backstop, and Chavez will move up on the wild pitch.
Well, I had a chance to take in an O's game on Tuesday night. A well-played game between them and the Mariners. The Mariners eventually came from behind to win 3-2, but saw Kevin Gossman pitch really well. James Paxton struck out 10 for the M's.
Wow.
Camden Yards is an awesome ballpark. It's one of the top 5 favorites that I've been to. I mean, it's older, one of the older parks in the league, but it is still a gem.
Here's a foul tip to the backstop. What'd you eat?
I brought food.
Oh.
Brought a sandwich with me. You know me.
Yeah, that's true.
I'm always prepared.
That's true. You and your lean proteins.
Yeah, well, turkey sandwich. Had some snacks. Always have the snack. I mean, I don't go anywhere without snacks.
I have noticed that. Pitch is popped up foul, back and out of play. The staff on our bus trips would say the same about me, just mine aren't quite as healthy as yours. Usually bag full of Pop-Tarts, muffins.
Muffins are good. Pop-Tarts are also good.
Another 3-2. Slider just missed, down and away. Rodriguez will reach on the walk. 2 on, 2 out. Yeah, I guess the Orioles are they maybe the only major league team that allows you to bring food in?
Now the Phillies do. Yeah.
Do they really?
You can bring, drinks that are unopened, food. It's great because I'm not one for the ballpark prices. I just little insane what stadium prices have gotten to these days. Now I want to go to the Atlanta Falcons Stadium, the new Mercedes-Benz Stadium, because they've slashed concession prices across the board, kind of revolutionizing the system.
Here's Craig Massey. He takes a fastball strike.
So if I were to go there, I would not be, packing my lunch for the day.
You'd probably run into Fletch. He's often there.
I'll have to hit up Fletch for maybe an off-season game.
Tree steals and is swinging a foul over the third base roof. 2 strikes. Massey 2 for 4. RBI infield hit early in the game. Somerset adding 1 run here in the 8th. It's 8-3. Treese leans in and looks. He's set and deals. And in the dirt, backhand pick by Roger Diaz. Nicely done. I guess the Phillies did away with the one that was my guilty pleasure at Citizens Bank Park. The Schmitter, I understand, is no longer a vendor there.
Yeah, something had to go, I guess. They moved Bull's Barbecue over to left.
Oh, really?
It's much smaller now.
Pitch is lined to center field. Base hit for Massey. Chavez around third to score, and it's 9-3. Massey with his 3rd hit. 2nd RBI. And the Patriots in the 4th game of this series have broken out.
They weren't going to keep the Patriots bats quiet forever. The 9 runs is a little disheartening, but it happens.
1st and 2nd, Rodriguez stopping at 2nd on it. It's their 3rd single of the inning. And here's Yovan Gonzalez, 1 for 3 with a double, a run, and an RBI on a bases-loaded walk. Treese the pitch. It is a slider away. And tomorrow night we'll have Baltimore Baseball Show with Dan Connolly at 6. Keystone Kickoff presented by Neighborhood Sure Save Markets at 6:30. It's a slider that breaks away, 2-0. An off night gives us a chance to air it during prime time in the evening once again this week. By the way, the board here at the stadium currently reading triple digits. Here's the stretch from Treese, the 2-0, and that runs inside. And it's become a long inning for Zach. Next pitch will be his 30th. Now he's ready. 3-0, and that's right down the middle for a strike. Gave you an update on Zach Groats. He's had 2 great starts for Columbia. Get you an update on Ross Detweiler as well.
Is this seat taken, sir?
Pitching pretty well of late at AAA Tacoma. Pitch here is grounded to 3rd. Cuevas has it. He'll take it to the bag unassisted to end the top of the 8th. Patriots do score 2 more. They do it on 3 hits, 2 men left. We go to the bottom of the 8th inning. It's Somerset 9, York 3.
Hear that? It's the sound of summer. Sound nice? Call Kona Ice. We do it all. Schools, sporting events, parties, both corporate and birthday. You name it, we'll be there. We bring the party to you. If you need a little bit of fun in your life, we're the shaved ice truck for you. Oh, and we fundraise too. This summer, cool down with Kona Ice. Give us a call at 1-800-KONA-ICE or visit us online at www.kona-ice.com. Kona Ice. Flavor our world.
What's the simplest, easiest, freest way to get in shape? Walking! That natural walking motion is great for almost everybody, but not every shoe is great for walking.
Flying Feet.
Flying Feet sports shoes carries the shoes designed to function best, whether you're out for an invigorating stroll or you're humming along at a serious fitness pace. Walking and fitness shoes that'll do the trick, including a variety of widths and hard-to-find sizes. Walk with name brands like New Balance, Saucony, Brooks, and Accelero. For intense fitness workouts, try shoes from Basics, New Balance, Rika, Saucony, and 361. Flying Feet's selection is great, and the service is even better. With personal attention many stores are lacking. Some stores sell shoes, Flying Feet fits them. So take life in stride and do it in style with comfortable walking shoes and fitness shoes from the Sportswear Specialty Store without specialty prices. Flying Feet Sports Shoes.
Flying Feet.
1511 Mount Rose Avenue, York, just off exit 18 of I-83.
This is Hall of Famer Jim Palmer. You're listening to York Revolution Baseball on Sports Radio 1350 WOYK. First in York, first in sports.
At the bottom of the 8th, 9-3 Somerset, looking to salvage the finale today. Revs have won 4 straight coming in. Patriots had lost 4 straight. 3 of those in this series. Right-hander Logan Kensing takes over. Pitching change brought to you by Maple Donuts. Mitchell Mesa Burgess, 3-4-5. Coming to bat. Revs down to their last 6 outs today. Kensing 2-2, 2.84 ERA in 26 outings. Opponents have hit only 165, 25 and a third innings, 14 hits. Mitchell 2 for 3 on the day. Good to see him back in form here this afternoon. First pitch, he swings, grounds it up the middle, but right there, the shortstop Rodriguez behind second, and he'll throw to first. Not an overshift, but had him played to pull, and it works out for the Patriot defense. 1 away. We'll bring up Melky Mesa. Did a little math earlier. He's roughly 20 plate appearances away from qualifying for the league leaders. Right now he's at 336, and if he had enough, that would be good for a tie for second in the league in hitting. First pitch slider, it's an inside strike call on him. He was backing away. Today he's walked, crushed a 3-run homer, and reached on an infield hit. Kensing winds, kicks, delivers, and a swing and a high drive, left center field. This one's deep. It is gone! Melky Mesa with a 2-home run day. Out amongst the playground equipment in left center. Mesa with his second home run. He's driven in 4 on the afternoon. All 4 for the Revs. And it's now 9-4 here in the 8th.
And that was needed. This game may be a little out of reach for the Revs. It's still not over, but even so, that's a good boost for the offense, and especially Melky, who continues to hit the cover off the ball. Right on right. And he becomes the 5th Rev this season with a multi-homer game, joining Burgess, Wilson, Dent, and Clark.
He is on fire. Here's Burgess, who looks at a ball away. In fuego.
See.
He's now driven in 12 in his last 9 games. 4 today. Pitch to Burgess. It's a called strike, outside corner. And Mesa with 6 home runs on the year. 4 RBIs a season high for him. And now he'll enter Tuesday hitting up near 340. Pitch to Burgess is chopped high off the dirt towards second. Waiting back, Massey. He gloves it, throws to first in time, 2 away. Mesa with the 2 home runs, accounting for all of York's scoring. And we promised you a Ross Detweiler update, and his last start about 6 days ago, he beat the Las Vegas 51s 8-1, 7 1/3 innings, 1 run, just 2 hits, 2 walks, 9 strikeouts. That was dominant, and 3 great starts for him in a row.
That's awesome to see Ross succeeding out there out west.
There's Cuevas, who takes the ball away. So we'll keep an eye on that. Right now, Paredes is up. Maybe Detweiler will be next.
I have to get some updates on what's going on in the PCL out there. Pacific Coast League, I believe it is, if I'm not mistaken, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I got to get some updates out there. I have a friend who works for the Reno Aces, so just see what's going on out in the West at some point.
A very hitter-friendly league. Here's the 1-0 to Cuevas. It's a fastball for a strike, outside corner. Yeah, so Ross Diehlin. Last start was his best yet. Maybe the next former Rev to get the call. This is the 1-1. And a swing and a foul back onto the roof. Paredes has been up with LA for a bit now. Update on Eddie. He is 2-0 with a 3.86 ERA in 12 outings. So he's doing well again. Here's the pitch. And a half swing. Cuevas tried to stop, but he committed on the slider down and away. Inning over. That is the 11th strikeout for Patriot pitchers. But Melky Mesa does bust up the string of zeros as he launches his second home run of the day. Solo shot. We'll go to the 9th. It's Somerset 9, York 4.
Hey, it's the good-looking genius at Broadway Transmission. You know what really grinds my gears? Perfectly good cars being thrown away just because the transmission went bad. My mind slips into overdrive when someone says,
I'll just get a new car before I spend that kind of money on a transmission.
What? According to Kelley Blue Book, the average price of a new car is $32 grand. Now you're going to finance that, right? There's another $6 to $8 grand. And if you drive it off the showroom floor, it loses 20% of its value immediately. Don't forget, you also have to pay sales tax, higher insurance rates, title and registration fees, and come up with $600, $700, $800 a month depending on your interest rates for 5 years. And remember, you will still have to pay for the upkeep of the car. Brakes, tires, wipers, fluids, etc. Stop! Trade your transmission, not your car.
Thanks, good-looking genius.
You're welcome, ma'am. Broadway Transmission. We'll get your shift together and save you all that dough. Visit us on the web at BroadwayTrans.com or stop in and see how it's done.
If you are facing retirement decisions, Smith, Mayer & Little Wealth Advisory Group can develop a customized retirement income plan. As specialists in retirement planning, we will guide you on Social Security benefits, 401k and retirement plan rollovers, pension choices, and distribution options. We can explain employer benefit plans and retirement systems such as PESERS and TIACREF. Smith, Mayer & Little, a wealth of knowledge about wealth. Get to know us over a cup of coffee or visit us at financialjava.com.
Janney Montgomery Scott LLC, member NYSE, FINRA, and SIPC.
Local sports on WOYK are brought to you by Maple Donuts, York's great tasting family tradition.
Hi, I'm Joel Embiid of the Philadelphia 76ers. Catch Sixers basketball all season on Sports Radio, 1350 WOYK, first in York, first in sports.
The 9th, 9-4, as Melky Mesa's second home run of the day gives him all 4 RBIs for York. Right-hander James Pugliese, the new pitcher, as we start the 9th. Pitching change brought to you by Maple Donuts. Danny Dorn will lead things off. Dorn 2 for 4 rather, including a bunt hit. First pitch change, floats a little high. Pugliese faced 3 hitters last night. He wasn't overextended, as a line drive is struck here to right. That'll get down in front of Mitchell for a base hit. Pitch was down, it looked like, but Dorn went down to grab it, and he has his 3rd hit. Patriots have their 11th. Leadoff single to begin the 9th. Kyle Roller up next. Revs Baseball brought to you in part by Wolf's Bus Lines, the official transportation provider of the Revs. Don and his basket of Jolly Ranchers when you walk up the steps.
When did he have Jolly Ranchers?
Just this last trip.
Okay, because I was not able to partake in that.
Yeah. The first one to Roller is in the dirt.
So is that a new thing?
It's a new old thing. He did it last year, and we were lacking for a little. There's a change up over for a strike, 1-1. So I had one for however many times I got on and off the bus. There's the pitch, and that's down and in, a slider missing.
The green apple ones are my favorite.
I was thinking about that. I can't pick a favorite at this point. I like them all. The 2-1, and a fastball fouled off third base side. I think the previous pitch was actually a changeup, so Pugliese back with that fastball, evens it up on Roller, who's got a sac fly, a solo homer, overall 1 for 3. Pugliese deals, and a foul back again, another one on the roof. Patriots a 9-4 lead here in the 9th. New Britain plays Southern Maryland later. 5:05 start in Connecticut. Pugliese comes set. Pitch. Swing and a miss. He got him up high with the fastball. One down here in the 9th inning. Revs will be presenting the winning bidders with these snazzy auction jerseys today, red, white, and blue. PSECU sponsored to benefit Children's Miracle Network. Here's Mike Francoso, who's 0 for 3 with a walk and a run. First pitch is upstairs, a ball. Pugliese the stretch, the 1-0, and a changeup lined up the middle, base hit center field. Is Francoso's first hit of the day. Patriots 12th. Doran will stop at second. If the Revs don't come back in the home half, the 4-game winning streak does tie the season best. Won 4 in a row, May 6th through the 11th. There's Pacioli, who's 1 for 3, a walk, 2 runs, a steal. Pugliese steps off. Pugliese from Trenton, New Jersey, now lives in Hamilton. First pitch is upstairs. Really not all that far from Somerset. Somerset, kind of north central Jersey. There's the 1-0. And a line drive right field, right at Mitchell. Doesn't even have to step. He's got it. 2 down as he tosses in quickly. And now Bourbon back at the top of the order. Bourbon 0 for 4. RBI hit by pitch in the second. He might have been their most important newcomer signed this offseason, and I don't know how he was available. Last year in Mexico, he hit .365, third in the league, unless maybe he just didn't like it. Didn't want to go back, wanted to come to the Atlantic League to try to get signed, perhaps. First pitch fastball is inner half, a called strike.
Yeah, it's usually pretty tough to have a season like that and not find a job pretty quickly or go back to where you were.
Yeah. He didn't really get signed out of Mexico, though, so that might be why he came here. There's a ball down low, 1-1. I'm just thinking, I mean, you would think that his team in Mexico would present their best offer after that performance last year. He's a teammate of Andy Chavez in Mexico. Pitch is over for a called strike, 1-2. Good change up from Pugliese. Maybe Chavez helped convince him to come. He knew all about the Atlantic League from before. 1-2, and a liner to short right at King. He squeezes it. That'll end the inning. Scoreless top of the 9th for James Pugliese. No runs, 2 hits, 2 left. We go to the bottom of the 9th inning. It is Somerset 9, York 4.
There's a lot of talk out there about good health care. We all want a good plan. But step outside and take a good look at all those beautiful trees and shrubs in your yard. Do you have a plan to maintain their good health? Heritage Lawn and Landscape Care has a veteran staff of 12 fully licensed and trained tree health care professionals to rely on, including 10 certified arborists and 3 PA certified horticulturalists. So don't let your trees and shrubs fend for themselves against Mother Nature. Visit heritagelawnandlandscape.com and get world-class care right in your backyard.
When you work with an independent insurance agent, you put the power of choice to work for you. Independent agents know several companies and their coverages, which means more options. And because companies like Donegal Insurance Group use the independent agent system, you not only get quality insurance, you also save money. The independent insurance agent system. Discover the power of choice. Contact Coatman Kunkel Insurance at 717-854-0300 or stop in at 3217 East Market Street, York. Locally owned and operated by Pam and Rudy Coatman. Coatman Kunkel Insurance.
Feeling sad or anxious all of the time? Do you wish life at home was less stressful? You've tried, but nothing seems to work. Presley Ridge is here to help. Our team of compassionate mental health professionals can help you get back in control of your life. Presley Ridge offers mental health services for all ages in York and Harrisburg. Make your appointment today. Call 717-845-6624 or visit us online at presleyridge.org/outpatient.
Hi, this is Dan Patrick. Join me weekday mornings at 9 on Sports Radio 1350 WOYK.
Bottom of the ninth, 9-4. Somerset leads. They will get Ryan Kelly back out there after the blown save Friday night. Non-save situation here. Revs with King, Diaz, and Gillies coming up against Kelly, who was denied of what would have been his 10th save Friday night. He's got 9. He's 1-2 with a 5.21 ERA and 21 outings. 19 innings, 19 hits, 5 homers, 5 walks, 22 Ks. The home run allowed to Burgess was his 3rd given up. And Nick King to the plate. 0 for 3 today. Struck out his first 2 times, then hit one hard in center, but right at Bourbon his last time up. Kelly, a South Carolina native, ready. First pitch of the 9th. It is a fastball for a strike. Friday night, Revs were down 3-2, and Grand Sides had done a wonderful job of preventing a second run from scoring. Runner at 3rd and no outs. Mesa led off with a single. It's the 0-1, and a swing and a miss on a cutter away. And that brought up Burgess, who foul-tipped a first pitch breaking ball. Kelly tried it again, and Burgess did not miss as he crushed a magical moment in this Revs season thus far, the first walk-off win. Kelly ready, and the 0-2, swing and a miss. He chased way high. King perhaps anticipating breaking ball and couldn't lay off upstairs, 1 away. And Roger Diaz to the plate. Diaz 1 for 3 on the day. He's now 3 for 6 with York. Kelly with a cutter, 4-seam fastball, and a curveball. And he sets the hands. First pitch is a fastball for a strike. He is now 9 for 11 in save opportunities. Former big leaguer with Atlanta. Last year signed early in the year from Somerset by the Mariners. There's the 0-1 and a slider. He spikes it as that goes to the backstop. Finished the year at AA and AAA in the Mariners system. It's also pitched in Taiwan and Mexico. It was in 2016. He got the most out of that passport in both countries. Well, he's ready. The 1-1. And it's a breaking ball for a called strike. Actually, that was the cutter. He's got a pretty big tail on it. Played for the Uni-President 7-11 Lions of the Chinese Professional Baseball League.
Must have been some pretty cool jerseys.
I would think.
They probably got some nice 7-Eleven stuff, you know, after the game. Quick trip. Probably got a team discount.
Here's a slider loop to left field, shallow. Pacioli coming in and runs it down. Hustling toward the foul line in shallow left, 2 away.
I was going to say probably got some good perks or stuff out of that, but I mean, it is a convenience store. How much can you really get out of it?
A lot for your buck, but
sure.
But you're right. Selection is a bit limited. There's one nearby in Southern Maryland, but I chose the 2-mile walk to Starbucks instead. There's Tyson Gillies, who's 1 for 3, infield hit. First pitch is a fastball up. Revs down to their final out, trailing 9-4 here in the 9th inning. Off day tomorrow, back at it Tuesday night against a Sugarland team that might smell like citrus. Here's a swing and a miss. 1 ball, 1 strike, or at least fermented fruit of some sort. They have a chance to clinch today. Revs' last off day was June 11th. What was it, 22 games in 20 days? I lost count. It's a lot.
Sounds about right, but I mean, you've been grinding just as much, if not more, than the team.
All I do is sit and talk.
Hey, it's
a breaking ball low.
People don't realize how much of a toll it takes when, yeah, it's just doing that for 3 hours, but there's all the pre-work and the prep, and just the fact that you don't get a day off in the booth, but I mean, these guys can get spelled every once in a while, maybe once a week.
On the 2-1, and a swing and a miss, a cutter there. You're right, Michael. I stayed up all night reading about Ryan Kelly to be ready for this inning.
What'd you find out about him?
Well, I just spouted everything I knew. What did I miss? Played for a convenience store team in Taiwan. Got that. Here's a check swing on a ball low. He's rung up. They say Gillies went. Derek Moshe rings him up on the check, and that'll do it. Ryan Kelly, a 1-2-3 9th inning, bouncing back today. A couple strikeouts to end it, and the Patriots end their 4-game skid and deny the Revs of a sweep and a 5th straight win. 9-4 is the final score. We'll take a timeout. Post-game show follows next.
You'll always hit it out.